Hello, everyone, and welcome to SpeedGaming, and welcome in to Game 1 in the best of 3 of the 2022 Zelda 1 Randomizer Rookie Rumble. We have Endy taking on jessandy8. This is Game 1 of a best of 3. Alongside Moonrisen Phoenix, I'm Ferran Burgundy. We have the action here for you tonight, and this is the first of a doubleheader as the first two in this best of 3 will be played tonight, and then Game 3, if necessary, will be a little bit later. It's like the Major League Baseball wildcard playoffs, but a little bit earlier and without any baseballs.
Mention with a championship on the line. Good evening, Mr. Burgundy, and hello, Speed Gaming. Moonrisen Phoenix here with you for this first game of the best of 3. And from a field of 32 in which both of us were a part of, well, we're down to 2, and these two, well, some of the best we have in the rookie class of 2022, and looking forward to this one.
Most certainly. As you see the runners, they're just linking everything up, and it looks like we have the countdown set, so we should be underway in a matter of seconds here. Oh, look at that. We have easy start shuffle on, and not too bad of a location to start.
A lot worse is we'll find a potion shop here at the desert shop.
Yep, now we'll probably see some quick divergence here, and it looks like we already have to some degree. Jess making a beeline for one of the Armos locations, and we see that it is a staircase of some sort, and we have a gamble in the open door, and we have the first of our take any's, so gotta have Candle, reluctantly.
Candle's never a bad play at this point, and Jess is going to be the first of our runners to get it tonight. Wonder where that Armos item is, though.
I blinked and missed it myself as I was taking a note on the tracker here. It doesn't look like an any key or... Oh, we'll see. We have Wiz Robes on the overworld, and we have level 4, and apparently we're pressing our luck tonight.
Wrong with a little Rick 6, as we call it here in the community. 6 rooms without a sword, and, well, you can find, well, a little bit of anything, and Jess is done in level 4.
Quick in, quick out, and... Going back over the replay here, yes, that was the red ring, as the tunic was previously green and now it's gray, and taking a small hit from a beefy enemy. So our red ring is the Armos item, and we have the blue boomerang on the coast.
I always say the best boomerang is the first one you find, but in this case, you might not be able to get to that thing, and oh, look at that medium secret. Just finding the maximum of 40 in the medium secret, and an average of 10 on the small secret from Endy.
Alright, I have enough time just enough trouble tracking one. Now, trying to keep an eye on 2 screens and 2 things that are where that's just not happening, so... We'll rely on chat for a little bit of memory here, as we have a bit of a virtual high five. Endy trying to work on a screen scroll, and the levers being fairly problematic.
They're being levers. Endy with the Take Any Candle at the Lost Hills Armos, as Jess is headed for the small secret at the Forest Armos for the 10.
Ooh, almost took a death to the Armos there. And there's the medium bucks up in the upper right corner.
Nothing mediocre about that, though. Except that. And what just happened to Jess there?
Wizrobe happened.
Uncle Wizzy making his presence felt right there. I see.
But not before Jess picked up the red ring.
Nothing wrong with that. So, if I may, Mr. Burgundy, may I talk about how our runners got here?
Well, we do have a request for the flag setter, what that all entails, and I can at least provide a little bit of assistance to that, as we now see level 4 on ND's side, and level 3 now over on Jess's side from the forest. So dueling dungeons here, and we have a staircase right near the start. So unless it's segmented, that's going to be our item. Yeah, consternation without heart shuffle is the easiest way to put it. But yeah, shapes for the dungeons, mixed hints. Let's see what the item is here. Nope. I jinxed it. It's a transport, which means we have a segmented level 3.
Segmentio getting his work in today.
Absolutely. Ganon is required. All 8 Triforces are required to get into level 9. As we saw, the start room is swapped. The enemy HP and boss HP is normal. We have all the caves shuffled. The dungeon locations are full shuffle as well. Red Ring and the silver arrows are not necessarily in 9, as we saw, since both of our runners have the red ring that was the Armos item. The book is an atlas. We have second quest rooms, randomized boss groups, and overworld enemies are shuffled along with the enemy groups here.
Those of you who were part... Whoops, go ahead.
I'd just say an interesting go on the Gamba there for ND and losing a little bit.
I was about to mention that those of you who played Indie Beginners Royale might recognize the flag set from week number 5.
Yeah, it's challenging, but not too challenging. Pretty much the training wheels were off without really starting to give you the business, as it were.
Indeed. And Jess is going to probably have a look at that blue boomerang very shortly on the coast.
Our runner's looking for the wooden sword that is somewhere in an open or at least accessible cave.
Most item as the red ring, that part will be confirmed as if... Well, actually, no. Wood sword blocks are not on this flag set. My apologies, everybody. Oh, there's the big bucks over in Candle Row. 104 rupees, right around the average.
Oh, and there's a sword, but it is the magical sword. So you need a minimum of 10 hearts for that. It is a randomized amount between 10 and 14 hearts. And here's our any roads.
Quick look into at least one open cave. This might be where the sword is.
Nope, it's a whammy. It's a door repair, which looks to be the vanilla amount of 20 rupees.
Confirm on that one, it is the vanilla 20.
Oh, but there is our white sword item, and it is the bow.
Love to see that. You can purchase arrows in the shop, but you can't purchase the bow. And wow, look at that.
There's the sword.
Indy first to the stick at 7 minutes and 45 seconds.
So I think I'm obliged to ask, or at least it's in the contract. Did somebody say wood?
Yes, Mr. Burgundy, we have a stick, and we have level 1 for Jess.
So 2 items in here, 1 on the floor and 1 under a staircase. And look at the price of those bombs. You can't get a better price.
Somebody found them at the dollar store today. Not to mention those 99 rupee arrows.
Suffice to say, I think that is our sale of the seed.
Finding that in the finals of all places, that's gotta feel good if you're Andy right now.
And there's another take any, so gotta have heart, which puts us a little closer to potentially getting that bow that we saw over not too far from start.
Box for Jess, meanwhile, as Andy finds another medium secret.
So now in the Lost Woods is Endy and is collecting money and is getting kind of close to the max.
Some room available, though. Not sure you buy that bait at 110, though. That seems a little steep, as there's the screen scroll into the grave area.
And we shall see what the graveyard would find. It is another bomb shop, and here is level 5 for jessandy8.
It's northeast of the Vanilla Start location. Interesting, as we'll have a look into Vanilla 6 by Andy.
Another bait, pricey bait and pricey shield shop. And a little health. Oh, there's a letter. And that is just one screen east of Vanilla Start.
Me getting bullied by the Wizrobes here. This isn't going to end well. Or, oh wow, nice candle boost.
So near-death mountain exploration for Endy, who finds another whammy.
At least you've got money, you've got the bombs, and it's knowledge at the very least, right?
Oh, most certainly. There's some supposed knowledge, looking for directions to the train station, and hello, Wizrobes. Oh, well, those are some interesting proximity roads here.
Inadvertent high five there by our runners. But before we're too late into the seat as Andy finds a medium secret at the coast, let's talk about how our runners got here to the finals. It's been a long road. It's been several weeks, and let's get to it. Andy. Round number 1 knocked out Druis in the first round to advance to the second, where he would knock out Mako 71. No Point was next in the quarterfinals. That was a knockout. Followed by Rando the Commando in the semifinals to make it all the way here into the final 2.
Certainly a unique path here to be sure, and Endy is a screen over from where the bombable location would be on either side. But here is level 8.
2 items in here. Might be worth a check. Andy opting to pirouette a little bit. This isn't far, though. Might be making her way up there pretty shortly.
The major difference, though, Jess does not have a sword yet.
We've got
We
hints for Andy there.
Well, again, hints in quotes. Kupo, to start off with. Gliok returns with the heart container, so the heart container is in level 8. And our pricey hint? I'm gonna let you finish what Beyonce was something.
Real hero of Hyrule.
A real hero.
Very much a meme.
Okay, another gotta have heart. Endy immediately up Aing, and I wonder if that is gonna mean checking. Well, it's gonna mean checking near the vanilla start. It looks like, or no, that's a little further east than that. Oh, one more burn bush over to the right.
Just getting ever so closer to the wooden sword, which was in the western vanilla potion shop. And defining level 3, and we'll out to explore the area a little bit.
And our first map, and well, that's if not for that upper part there, I would say that's definitely an anvil.
Could just be a cloud overhead for all we know.
Ooh, or that could be the very bottom of Sonic the Hedgehog's foot's about to step on a spring.
Yeah, I can see that. Just finding the bow over in the river cave won't be long to she finds that sword, though. There it is, 15 minutes and 7 seconds in. The gap to find the sword was about 7 minutes.
Oh, and we have a bomb upgrade, a little bit of a steep price. 110 rupees for the vanilla 4 bombs. The price can be anywhere from 75 to 125 rupees, and the amount of bombs that you receive can be anywhere from 2 to 6.
Ask me for on. I'm not complaining about that. You get 4 bombs, you get to 12. You don't know how many you'll need.
Alright, so the transport leading to the segmented section. Well, gotta have heart up top. And we have oh, this is anything but a fun section here. We have Dark Nuts, we have likes, and we have Pulse voices.
Andy managing this beautifully, meanwhile.
And gets a key for the effort. Gonna up A, head on back.
Just getting that port container heart. We're looking at a 33% chance to get that bow. Andy, a guaranteed bow, and Andy knows that location. Probably going to head back there pretty soon. And that Darkness decided, hey, you're going to unlock that door because I said so.
And gonna opt to leave that behind here. And oh, hi, Gliok.
On the flip side, you do have red rings, so that would probably... Oh, there's the... Oh, there's something we needed. This won't be the item Mendy's looking for. Big bucks for Jess. Fills out her wallet over in the Death Armos. Unfortunately, that is rupees left on the floor. And what a room this is.
The overflowing wallet, and ouch, yeah. Oh, 4 hearts, not quite enough.
Ooh, red herring there for Andy as uses that last bomb to get to what may be our item here in level 3. It pushes. We've got our item.
It is the power bracelet.
That what you wanted to find there, Furron? If you're Andy?
I mean, there are certainly other things that you'd like to find, but its accessibility to 4 more locations.
Definitely agree with you on that. It is the most valuable of the overworld block items, and even if the overworld block is not forced into seed, you never know when it's going to rear its ugly head.
Indeed. Jess now here in level 1 and is playing the not-so-favorite game of most Zelda 1 randomizer runners, Find the Bomb Hole.
Meanwhile, Andy with the first Triforce of the day. First Triforce of the finals, level 3. As jessandy8 takes on those red darknuts, how about we talk a little bit about how she got here to the finals?
Certainly.
Miss Andy started her run taking down Tabby Orange in the first round before taking out Chaos Finale in the second. Tilo was next in the quarterfinals before taking out Invisibor, the Beginners Royale champion, in the semis. That set up this clash in the finals.
Well, one of the hints that we got is that level 1 is going to have the white sword. And looking at level 1, that clearly is a game of Tetris with a straight piece about to fall on the right side.
I was looking at a game of Battleship with the crews are about to have a bad day. And speaking of bad days, that Mola not wanting to play with Jess in the slightest.
Yep, the Danger Noodles living up to their nickname. And Jess says, "No, I'm good."
Going to turn out pretty nicely for Andy. Meanwhile, there is a large secret here that he's about to find.
Rather timely, down to 1, now down to a half heart, is gonna pick up the Triforce, is Jess.
There's Triforce there, but still some items left in this little one. We call it the gold mine for a reason. Another dollar store for bombs for Andy. Just passed up the entrance to the boat, though, and that is a guaranteed pickup. Oh, might be headed right for it now that he's got the arrows.
For now, a bomb upgrade.
Orland Mola's guarding a possible push block as Andy, and he does pick up the bow. One and you'll knock out the other. It's just a transport. Jess probably going to be back here in just a bit once she picks up that item.
And it's the wooden boomerang, and Jess leaves it be. No potassium for Jess Andy in this seed.
It's not this brand of it. Might pick up the magical boomerang down the line.
Gotta have heart.
Oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Jess upping and getting out of there, as there's a very strong likelihood that the white sword is the item dropped by Dodongo in that transport area.
Being unpleasant here.
Now, Jess, I think, trying to set up a Kananaki here. And does.
Meanwhile, finding a transport in level 5, deciding to go, oh hey look, another Gleeok.
And Endy just trying to tank through it. Jess Andy seeing the bomb drop there, going from 0 to 12.
Probably was thinking, where were you, old man, when I needed you?
And Endy, meanwhile, using all the arrows and taking out the Stalfos, picking up the Triforce. And that is now 2-1 on Endy's side.
You orphaned the item at level 5. Interesting play.
Knowing the caliber of runner that Jess is, I would imagine Endy is hoping to just run into whichever items along the path. As we now see the hints here that I think we missed earlier. Who let the Dark Nuts out? Gleeok returns with the wand, so the wand is the other level 8 item.
That's meanwhile getting her hands on that bow at 5 hearts, which was the required amount.
Oh, that's right. Endy had gotten the other one that was to let us know that the white sword was in level 1.
Speaking of level 1.
So, yes, I mentioned a Kananaki without giving a little bit of an explanation. Thank you, chat, for picking me up on that. So when you have a shutter or locked door, well, I guess locked is probably the wrong word, but a shuttered door in the same room as a key door, if you kill the last enemy in the room on the same frame, basically the door opens on the same frame. I am doing an awful job of explaining this. It's one of those things, I'm better at doing it than explaining it. But yes, basically there's a split second where as the shutter door opens, it kind of opens for all of the doors, so you can sneak your way through a locked door in that particular split second. Saved it. Never comes up in vanilla run because it's just faster to find a key. Yes. With everything being vanilla, you know where the keys are, so you know if you need one, where to get one. Whereas in Randomizer, you don't. So it's definitely a bit more of a gamble. That push block does not open.
Five is making me think more of Tetris. Level 1, definitely.
Yeah, apparently when there's a push block in the center of the room, I found this out the hard way. Apparently you can do a Kanana key by pushing the block downward and then running up towards the door, and you have just enough time to get there. I didn't know I could do it until I did it in my race a little bit earlier in the tournament. As you can see, it got me so far as I'm here in the finals, in the commentary booth. But it was still a fun thing to learn that even a lot of Zelda veterans did not think was something that could have been possible.
What a longer run than I did there.
Oh, well, it wasn't even a candle bop. It was just push block, run up, go through door. Because the next time, the next time I do an intentional candle boost will be the first time. Yeah, kind of in that same motion that Endy did just in that moment, pushing downward and then heading back up toward the room. So I don't know how pixel perfect it necessarily is, as Endy also leaving the banana alone.
No love for potassium.
Oh, and Endy, in the same situation as Jess was earlier, will be without bombs.
Oh, bad timing.
Can't bomb downward and can't face the Dodongo. You hate to see it.
I'm back in level 3.
And now with the bow and arrows, able to make much quicker work of those Pulse voices. Timely clock on Endy's side.
Which is he had gotten a bomb pack from those Giptos. Taking the transport in level 3 will lead her to heart container, but very little else.
And Endy purchasing a couple of bomb packs there, doing an impersonation of The Rock, during $7 productions there. And now back into 1 to check out what the other item is. We know it is the white sword. And Andy working on these blue land molas for reasons?
Ways 4 were blocked by blue landmos. He figured he'd take the direction that he wouldn't use his key.
Key preservation. Okay.
Fortunately, Andy needs to be preserving his bombs there. Still needs to find that white sword. Not that he knows it's there, but
that's the. Are you gonna go get the boomerang? Nope, just didn't remember. It's a timely fairy to be able to recover some of the health, and is now going to make the way through here. And this is a little bit of a two-bomb Monty here. Okay, is going to use one to head southward, and
there it is.
Not need the Dodongo.
Wow, that's a little bit of a fortune there by Andy. Gets the white sword and now knows where the Triforce is. It's a little road to get it.
So there's the Tringle in level 1 for Andy. Meanwhile, the power bracelet pickup on Jess Andy's side.
Pretty close race as it is. I mean, Jess is just about 3 rooms away from tying up the Triforce count.
And Andy using the Take Any at Monocle Rock and is picking up a potion.
Can't argue with the play. Already has 2 large secrets down. Has the letter, but really, with the amount of rupees left from the overworld, do you really want to burn that for a possible potion that'll set you back potentially 85 rupees?
Oh, wow, those are some interesting positionings here as you have level 6 adjacent to level 9.
We know the power bracelet's required at the very least, and we found a staircase next to the entrance.
So you know it has to be the transport. Wait, what?
Of
For
course,
me, it's always the transport.
Of course, the
Game,
game's...
you rascal. Anyway,
Yep.
we have the raft at level 6.
Game's just proving both of us are absolute liars.
No, it just proves that, to quote noted Zelda 1 randomizer commentator LOZ Cards Fan 23, RNG favors the favorites, and to quote me, underwhelms the underdogs.
Yes, I actually prefer that way of seeing things. Jess also finding level 6 should stumble onto that raft in very short order, assuming she goes the correct path, and does. Oh. Wow. That's a 6.
I'm gonna say a snowmobile?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Andy and you in the triple the dongo room, or as I like to refer to it, bomb refill room.
Provided that you have a bomb.
And a sword. And Jess probably feeling a little disgusted about finding that map. Andy, meanwhile, not disgusted at all to find the early Triforce. That is a lot of rooms you won't even have to touch.
Yeah, chat saying it wouldn't hurt to go key hunting, and I'd be hard-pressed to disagree, but I'd also be looking for part containers because I'm not nearly as good at this game as they are.
That may be a good reason why Andy was able to find the Triforce so quickly, considering, both of our runners did clear that triple the dongle room to get the compass. I don't know.
The library, I believe, is in A Link to the Past.
Couple of, I don't even know the timeline of Zelda anymore. It needs to change every couple of years.
Well, chat saying Link's Awakening also. I hate to tell you this, but I never played Link's Awakening.
That's entirely okay. I barely played it either. And now we are about to get a little bit of talking to for that one. I'm in the near future, I would imagine. Just into level 4. Meanwhile, at the Western Lost Hills check.
Me getting a talking to and or making enemies? No, you don't say.
Staircase in level 4. Now there we go. That's more like it. That's what I'm used to seeing in these early staircases.
I believe both runners know where 4 is. It's up one screen to the east of Vanilla First Quest 5. I believe that both runners peeked in there, didn't have a sword.
Yes, Jess's Rick 6 from earlier. Well, as far as level 4s go, this one's pretty disgusting, isn't it? Triple segmented?
Yeah, that is some kind of disgusting.
And Lionel's to the mix? Oh. This is why these two are in the finals and people like us aren't.
Yeah, just plow right into that Gleeok and happen to get the Triforce.
Why not, right? It's still level 2. It's still 5 Triforces to 4 at this point. Just finding the item in level 4, meanwhile. Unless this is transport to the single segment. It is not, and it is something that she will absolutely love to find.
The any key, their skeleton key, it is a good thing to find, as keys have been at a bit of a premium this seed. I say that as Endy picks up another key to go to 3, and then, well, okay, apparently all the keys are in 2. Who knew?
Making its best impression of level 5 all of a sudden.
Oh, Lionels. How troublesome they are.
"16 room level 2. Looked beefier than it is.
I think it's because of the layout. There is level 4's Triforce picked up here by Jess.
Got a race here suddenly. 5 Triforces aside.
Yeah, both understandably looking to avoid 7 and 8 until they absolutely have to go there. Ladder in level 2.
Why not? I mean, that's something we kind of want. Just finding level 9 at Seaside. I think we're down to only level 7 that hasn't been found yet?
7 hasn't been found yet. Now, the item in 5 was left behind by both runners. So if you are in chat and a fan of Schadenfreude, and I know that a lot of you are, you're probably rooting for the silver arrows to be in 5, hoping that the runners will just get the remaining Triforces, gamble that it's in 9, and have to double back.
If you're a fan of frustrated runners, though. But again, we are in the finals. I like that one from chat. I'm hoping silvers are an 8 and hidden system is broke. Sure. I like that one.
Here's Jess going back into 1, now armed with more bombs.
Those landmos. Particularly mean. Okay, Chad being really creative out there tonight. Silver's inside the wand. Is that why some of us call it the silver wand?
I have a response to that, but I like being on the SpeedGaming networks.
It's fighting the bad news about that Dodongo. That item ain't there. It's right here.
Yep, guarded by 3 little keys. 1, 2, 3, Betty.
Finding level 4, meanwhile, we'll have 6 Triforce pieces in short order, and we'll have something he was probably wanting to get just a bit.
Well, it was a pretty decent way into level 4 was the skeleton key. It wasn't immediately accessible, as we're noting here.
Only muttering a few words in disgust to that. When you put 3 bombs and, well, don't find anything of worth.
A theory that I was just thinking of, apparently I'm thinking like some of the better players, as Malchior noting in chat, that if we don't find level 7 soon, there's a possibility that it could be under Recorder Lake, meaning that the recorder would be in level 5.
That's mean. I like it. But in all seriousness, you are very much correct.
That being said, no, sir, I don't like it.
Wanting that item from level 4 before he picks up that Triforce. Unfortunately, he's looking on the wrong side of the map. It's on the far east.
Oh, two-door Monty, last key. As now level 2 found here by Jess.
That's a fairly quick Triforce for Jess in level 2. Downside, you'll want that item.
And Endy getting Y-forced, possibly.
Let's go. The item in level 4, by the looks of things. Yep, he's letting go of this one. Advantage
Although,
Jess.
maybe it wasn't a Y-force because he is moving onward. And for those wondering, a Y-force is when you clear the enemies in a room and the Triforce appears on the area that you are standing, and you grab it without intending to grab it. But this appears to be not that.
It's your shiny Jess. That's the ladder you've probably been wanting for the past 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, 30 minutes, give or take 22.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that one. Down in level 2, tied up, 6 Triforces apiece. Not much in terms of advantage to speak of, short of that any key for Jess.
There's level 8, and Jess opting to leave it be, and I stand corrected, is going to double back to 8.
Up for the pirouette, opens that left side bomb door, and we'll start to explore this biggest level short of level 9, except in this case there are 2 items, and for all Jess knows, that could be where the silver arrows are. Actually, no. No, because we already know the boat items level 8. I'm sorry, everybody. I have been without my best friend, caffeine, for some time, and yeah.
Still doing with some whammies here as Endy working on West Death Mountain. And still not finding level 7. We do know that the 2 items in 8, based on hints earlier, are the heart container and the wand. And a little bit of panic here as Endy is going to double back into 4.
It's not what he's gonna want. He wants to find, but he sure as heck not gonna complain about finding that any key with only 1 key currently to his name.
Plenty of extra health around Jess, and there is the wand. And no, there was no hint seen about 5. Otherwise, we would have noted it here and had the number level lit up next to what it could be. So at this point, it's either the red candle, the book, the recorder, or the silver arrow.
There's the any key for Endy. Not going to be complaining about that in the slightest. No longer need to worry about keys. Always fun. There's level 5, and should the recorder in fact be here, it will give the lead to Endy. And as much as I want to say this is going to give a substantial lead, it's really not going to be that big because Jess is into level 8 and it's already pretty deep into it. Endy's going to have to do this as well. Item in 5 is indeed the recorder.
Wow. Picks it up, immediately up A's, and I have a feeling we're going to go see Recorder Lake.
Wouldn't be surprised about that, and especially I'm getting my my ice cream ready.
We have an 8-room trek over, or I guess 8-screen trek over from where level 5 is to Recorder Lake.
We getting ice cream today, folks? You bet we are.
I mean, the way this seed has been in parts, I think the ice cream is more of a rocky road.
Nice one.
I'll see myself out.
No, I'll give you credit for that one. That was nice. Oh, this level 7, meanwhile, is most definitely not. Oh, what is that?
I feel like I used this in a previous seed, but this one definitely applies as well. I'm thinking that is the Gladiator's assault gun from American Gladiators.
I remember you saying that, you using that one. Jess with the Triforce in 8? Oh, actually, no, hasn't found the other item in 8. Probably doesn't care about it either, even if she does know.
Which, if I recall right, I believe, at least for the men, Gemini and Nitro tended to use that a lot.
don't remember Nitro being. Yeah,
Or am I confusing Nitro and Turbo?
maybe that. I was just thinking that myself, and I was like, wait, was
It's
it
been a
Nitro?
while since I've seen it. Gemini, I remember for the silliest of reasons. In some weird game show trivia that I wish LOZ Cards fan was here for because he'd be right on top of this with me. But prior to being on American Gladiators, the gentleman Mike Horton, who played Gemini, would be a contestant, I think, about 3 years before American Gladiators on the game show Press Your Luck, which is referenced by our door repair expression, "Big bucks, no whammies." It all ties together.
Wow, that's some trivia I wasn't aware of, but very interesting. Oh, check out that bomb force by Andy right there. Wow, that is a heads-up play.
Yeah, if you're able to use bomb counts, you're pretty good. That's part of why these two are in the finals right now.
These two are going to do so much damage in 2023 when it comes to the mainstream tournaments. No, I wouldn't like to be up against either of these two in the near future.
So at this point, it's a matter of how long before Jess doubles back to level 5 to pick up the recorder, which at this point means it's probably going to be some semblance of a full clear. And if you're Endy, and you see the Triforce, do you just take the Triforce and gamble that the silvers are in 9? Or do you double back into this this gladiatorily profound level 7 and continue to traverse it?
My opinion on it, I'm kind of looking for the item in 7 because I don't want to double back here. Like, there's 2 out of 3 chance you find something you want in this level 7. You've got the silvers, which you need. You've got the red candle, which you don't need. You've got the book, which is going to give you your map to level 9.
Well, that's a fair point. If you can, you would skip the Triforce, although the way that I phrased that, I think I just manifested another Y-Force. And I apologize in advance. Unless you like that sort of thing, in which case, you're welcome.
Oh, wait, it's Steel 1-off. Nope, it isn't. And it is red candle in level 7.
Red.
Oh, wait. Really? Level 7 under Recorder Lake with the red candle.
We're just getting all of the shades of vanilla tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna bury my face into that gallon of vanilla ice cream once we're done here. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and we had recorders in 5. Okay, so a healthy dose of vanilla with your randomizer tonight. Or maybe an unhealthy dose, depending on how you look at it.
I'm gonna go with unhealthy. The amount of ice cream I'm gonna have to stuff my face with after this one is gonna be unhealthy. Oh, Troll Dongo. Oh no. Don't do this to us. Thank you.
And back up to the max, or not the max 10, max 12 is where it's at. So where is this Tringle?
On the flip side,
It's got to be on the tip of the gun, right?
possibly. Meanwhile, Jess did pick up that second bomb upgrade. Has a bomb max of 16. Jess probably feels pretty sad right now about finding her favorite item there at 63 minutes. Yep, there it is.
Very nicely played with the toot toot superimposition.
I definitely approve of that.
And gotta have heart as well on ND's side. And just opts to up A, figuring the Triforce can't be in that room and really doesn't want to deal with, what was that, 8 red Lionels?
Yeah, it's the petting zoo. That item, that room is always going to end up in a blank.
Yeah, since at least some of the eastern portion of 7 still has to be explored, rather than going all the way from that northwestern end, it was just easier to up A than to try to clear those enemies, as now both runners are in 7, but Endy has yet to go get the Triforce out of 8.
Just about to get to that, actually. So there's a case to be said that Jess may have the lead right now.
Especially the longer that Endy is tearing hair out, kind of going, where the bleep is this Triforce in 7?
That's quite well put there.
I may have uttered that phrase a time or few, yes.
I think we all have there.
Yeah, Endy does have both hints, so knows that the silvers are in 9, and it's just a matter of finding the Triforce in 7. Now, Jess also has the wand, which could help with combat a little bit as well. Though both of their combat games are rather strong.
Yep, that's why they're here. Or at the very least, that is a strong part of why they're here.
And there's the Triforce. Under the dash in level 7 and right at the top. So Endy upping and is going to book it for, I would imagine, a transport to get as close to level 8 as possible.
This was a beefy level 8. That Triforce is not immediate here in this level. Well, was this the red candle room here for Jess?
No, that was one of the transports. I believe the red candle was more in the northwest, or western or northwestern part of the map.
Actually, it was right here. I was thinking earlier, don't tell me this is a one-off transport, and it wasn't.
That's right. Oh, but Jess making the decision to go north. This is going to put her considerably close to the Triforce.
Oh my goodness. And speaking of, Endy with that Triforce in level 8, almost right on cue. We are going to have a lead of seconds should Jess decide to go all the way north into that little nook. And I do not see her not doing it.
Considerably quicker 7. And she is in the Triforce room. "69 minutes and 3 seconds into level 9 for Endy.
We're going to be looking for 3 items in this, 3 things in this level 9. We're going to be looking for the silvers, the roar, and the door. And speaking of the roar, we've already found it.
Here's Ganon, but no silvers. And no escape.
Oh, can't bomb out of the room. Well, that's one piece of the puzzle. Fortunately, wow, that lead going into level 9 of 38 seconds.
I was going to say, by my count, about 37 seconds, and definitely in a row. And look at the virtual high five here, both in the same room.
They're the top 2 of the rookie class. Oh, and Jess might be able to do the same mistake Andy just did.
Yep. There's Ganon.
Love to see him. I hate to see this.
So now this is just down to who is going to explore 9 more efficiently. Who will find the silvers first?
This game, what could hinge on a simple who went left when they should have gone right.
Yep, who made that appropriate left turn at Albuquerque? We have a staircase room here for Endy, and it is a transport.
6 in this level 9, unless level 9 is segmented, which it could be.
This is 2 out of 3 in this case here, so this is game 1 in a best of 3.
By the way, for those of you interested, Game 2 will be following moments after this Game 1. bbq.gov and Drew is on the call, while Smile Fighters will be doing the tracking.
These 2 are seemingly rooms apart here. Pretty much heading in similar but not quite the same paths. And they are taking every staircase they find because they know, both of our runners do, that a silver arrow is needed, and it is somewhere here in 9. And there's our map.
Jess with the compass, meanwhile. This is...
Oh, boy.
Wow. You want any closer?
Oh, am I looking at that right? Is Zelda in that bottleneck room 3 south of the L, or is that 2 south?
It looks like it's 2. I might be wrong. Double blue landmauler rooms. Gotta love it. That being said, does Jess have a potion?
Jess does not.
Oh boy.
Jess has, I saw kind of scrolling through, Jess has the letter, but no potions attached. Just has the prescription, but nothing filled. And here's the book.
Jess has both. There it is. It's 3. Oh, it's right at the
It
bottleneck.
is on
You're
that
right.
bottleneck. Oh my
Ew.
gosh.
Ew. I mean,
I thought so, but I couldn't. These old eyes can't see as well as they used to, you know. Now Andy has the compass, so we are dead even here.
this is where the shinies are. No, that's not friendly.
Oh, chat making a good point. We have not seen the bait block.
Neither of our runners in good position should that meat block come into
Oh
play.
no.
That is. Oh wow. That's just got trolled. That's a one-off transport.
Andy using one of the potions, trying to dispatch of these blue dark nuts, and does so. The southeast corner room goes to 3 rooms up.
I'm about to say Jess in a little bit of trouble there, but clutch fairy if ever there was one. I don't know why that upper left toot room there by Jess. Why do I get the feeling that room's important?
Well, if it is, it's I mean, well, yeah, I was gonna. Oh, I see. Which okay, the upper one of the first Ellen level.
Yeah. Oh, nope.
There's the
Never
silvers.
mind. Jackpot for Jess. That's part 2 of the key. Knows we're getting it and Andy's in the wrong section of the level. Jess is going to go get her fill of bacon right here.
And now this time for real, here's Ganon.
Off with the white sword will do the trick here.
Oh, now has to be at least a little careful here, but does get the kill with 1.5 hearts left, picks up the Triforce of Power, and now is knows that it can't bomb up, but is hoping to be able to meander around as the princess just a couple of rooms away is able to bomb up, but can Jess go left?
She can. This may wrap it up. There's the bomb. There's the door. Unlocks. And we've got our Game 1 winner. Get your GGs out in chat, everybody.
Jess is going to take Game 1 in this best of 3 with an official race time of 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 18 seconds.
Andy, meanwhile, deciding to save some energy for Game 2 coming up next and throws the white flag.
Oh, and Andy was just a room away on that upper end from finding the silvers. Yep, they are noting in chat, yeah, where were the silvers? 4 down in the V column. Yeah, it was close. All across the board.
Couldn't have had any closer for the first race of the finals.
Sorry, in the race room chat, I should say.
So I don't believe we'll be bringing the racers here for an interview just yet, seeing as race 2 will be getting underway fairly shortly.
Yep, we're going to take a few moments to change the proverbial guards. We're finding out they're actually discussing in the race room how long of a break the runners would like here. We have the second race room being opened now by our administrators. And oh yeah, we didn't really get much of a chance to play Name That Tune. At least I didn't hear it along the way, but it was Rydia from Final Fantasy IV. All right, so with that, it looks like the runners are going to take, it almost feels like the old WWF pay-per-views, as we'll be having a 5-minute intermission, at least for them, and we're going to take, hopefully, that amount of time, but maybe a little more or less depending, to change out our tracker and our commentators and get things going for Game 2 in this best of 3. If Jess takes the victory, Jess will be the Rookie Rumble champion, and if Endy gets the win here, then a deciding Game 3 will be played sometime in the near future. So stick around here. Thank you for tuning in. That is going to do it for us here. Any last thoughts before we sign temporarily off as we change the proverbial guard?
Well, first, I just want to thank Gambit Dragon for doing the tracking for us tonight, and thank you, Furon, for commentating with me. It is going to be our last broadcast of the tournament here for both you and I, most likely. So I just want to say thank you for commentating tonight.
Oh, most certainly. It's been a pleasure, and it's been good to bring more of the action here to you. And the Z1R community has been nothing but awesome in terms of welcoming me in, as I'm fairly new to the game, but I'm glad that they appreciate my commentating prowess here. Looks like we are going to take care of the switching here, as looking at the notes behind the scenes here. Nothing can go wrong when it's live, but we're going to be switching over to Game 2, changing over momentarily for Moonrisen Phoenix, for our tracker Gambit Dragon. For all of us here at the Speed Gaming Networks, I'm Furon Burgundy. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned. Game number 2 coming your way in a matter of minutes here on Speed Gaming. So long, everyone.
Take care, everybody.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to this thrilling Game 2 of the Rookie Rumble Finals for the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2022. I am Malchior, joined here by bbq.gov. How you doing, BBQ?
Boy, I'm doing great. I barely had a chance to catch my breath from Game 1, which came down to the wire. So if Game 2 is anything like Game 1, we're in for a lot of fun tonight.
Absolutely. We won't have any spoils, but we will say there were simultaneous 9s, and that's about all we can hope for in this game. The great equalizer strikes again, as always. Yeah, I'm covering for Druis. He's still on the way home, but I will pass over the mic and the torch when he is available. What's up, Kamish? I see you. So yeah, BBQ, we got Game 2 here. jessandy successfully took Game 1, as evidenced by our little golden Triforce over there in the corner. Indy has to show up and win Game 2, otherwise he is out of the tournament, and we will be declaring jessandy as our champion.
Absolutely, and as evidenced by how tight race 1 was, this could have gone either way. Race 1 could have gone either way, and this race can definitely go either way. Both runners showed a lot of skill in race 1, which I'm fully expecting us to see in race 2. And oh, here we go! We're starting one screen west of Vanilla Start.
Oh, this should be really good, because now it's like a Vanilla Start essentially. So. Well, I mean, the thing's right there.
Yeah, boy, if that mugger message isn't a harbinger of things to come, I don't know what is. Right?
Well, what I was wanting to say is, since we're right here in the middle, we are open for exploration. We can immediately have path divergences, and we're going to see which one kind of winds up the luckier one, because it's all going to be about what can you find early.
Absolutely. They haven't diverged yet, as Andy finds level 3 one screen to the west of their start screen. Jess walks in at exactly the same, or just seconds behind. So we haven't seen a divergence yet, but you're absolutely right. Given where they start, one runner could decide to up A real quick and go a different direction. Hey, we have a take Andy and a blue candle for Andy.
Quick candle within a minute, just like the first game. So, again, exploration opens up once more.
Definitely, and that candle acquisition early may point the runners in the direction of clearing more of the dead woods and the forest than maybe they initially anticipated, as that Take Any Road takes us up to the top of the waterfall. That's a handy location to get out of the way, and to the far northeast to Casino Corner.
Yeah, lots of open caves here on East Hyrule. I imagine Indy's gonna stay in this area.
All right, so Jess got a 33 medium secret. That's about average in the range of the randomizer. It's 25 to 40 is the range.
Oh, look out,
for the
Jess!
potential. Oh no!
Death Armos strikes again.
Sniped on Death Armos' screen. She at least knows which Armos has the stair or the Armos item, but she'll have to head back there here in a moment to get the full answer to that question. As
Ooh,
Andy
and there we
finds,
go.
hey, in the vanilla letter cave.
Yes, well done. Indy taking that Indy road, but nailed it.
I saw what you did there.
And thus getting to the corner, can immediately get his check. And Jess is right on top. Jess should also be getting that sword relatively quickly.
Yeah, so both runners have been kind of, as Andy gets another medium secret, both runners seem to have similar thought processes here about how they want to attack a seed that starts you kind of in the south-central part of the map, which is interesting.
And generally, I would agree with their assessment. There are more open caves on East Hyrule versus West Hyrule. I don't know the exact amount, but I know East Hyrule has more locations that you can access immediately.
Yeah, speaking of checking these spots up in the northeast, Andy has found level 7 at vanilla level 5. It's a painful location to have to get to, so Andy's going to dig this right away, get an immediate Triforce.
He's going to dig a little bit. He's going to see at least a few extra rooms to see if he can find an item. And he gets a hint. Level 8, Gliot Returns is close to start. And I want you to remember that for a bit, BBQ. Because once we get all of start bombed and burned out, if we don't see 8, it's under that power bracelet spot.
Yes, it is, and to clarify on the flags a little bit, an overworld block is not required. As Jess finds some hints that she could buy, but is gonna pass on those for now. An overworld block is not required. We saw one in level 8. 8 rupee bombs are great. We saw one in game 1. Level 7 was at vanilla level 7 recorder spot, but it's not required. But it also does not mean that a overworld block is ruled out. So you're absolutely right. That power bracelet spot definitely could be our location for level 8.
I saw a very nice price on those arrows.
Yeah, so far this seed's been fairly kind. Does that mean we have a jet seed on our hands, or does that mean that we have this is the setup to the punchline that's going to come up here in a little bit?
Exactly that. I mean, last seed started them with a certain piece of jewelry easily accessible on the overworld in a certain manner. So it's going to take some work to take anything more jet than the previous seed.
That is true. That's when I'm running casually, that's one of my favorite things to find right away is a certain red piece of jewelry that is not a power bracelet.
Apparently, we just saw our large secret of only 52 rupees.
Ah, let the trolling begin.
I am here for it.
Yeah, and in all seriousness, that's going to actually cause our runners to potentially have some tough decisions with respect to resource management. Particularly if keys... Oh, no, as Andy gets sniped by an Octorok. If keys are going to be an issue in this seed, if the any key is in 9 or is really difficult to get... oh, no, it just gets sniped at Vanilla 2.
right by the gorilla. I hate gorillas. Worst enemy of the early game. See, like at least Lionels, when they shoot you, they pause and they give you a fair warning. Gorillas are just like, wham!
That is true. Lionels are fairly chivalrous in that way. That they'll at least tell you before they snipe you. Gorillas just don't care. They'll just turn like, hey, bap, here you go.
Just quickly heading back to East Hyrule. Doesn't want to leave that area of the world. I think she's going to cross over to Lost Hills and Vanilla 5. That Vanilla 2 check might be left open for a little bit. Indy finding level 1.
Which is a great find for Indy, but yeah, orphaning locations is a risk. Hello, Spiky!
Spiky and a potential blocking a potential snare, just with hints now. Manhandler threatens with the boomerang. Boomerang is in level 3. Gliot lurks with the magic key. Level 4 has the any key.
Okay, well that's the answer to our potential key problems. That third hint is nothing, but those 3 and 4 hints are very useful, and I don't know if Indy is going to prioritize getting back to them.
And Jess had saved, and that's precisely why she used the any road to quickly go back up to the north. To get those hints, she has now retried and gotten all of her hint money back.
That is a savvy move, and I particularly like it given the information that she got about the crappy size of the large secret, as she finds 5 one spot east of Vanilla Start and is going to take a peek in here.
This is curious because we still know 8 is here near Start as well. So both of those dungeons right on top of each other. But keys are currently the bane of the seed? We'll see.
So far, I mean, certainly that's true with what we just saw in 5. It probably also is true in 1, a dungeon that is notorious for eating keys. But yeah, that Jess having that information about the any key in 4 may be potentially really significant if Indy prioritizes digging items out of other dungeons and doesn't go back and get that information. So it'll be interesting to see how this shapes up.
I know so far I have seen keys kicked Indy out of 1. Keys have kicked Jess out of 4. Keys were why they couldn't even go and see a few rooms in 3. So 3 dungeons have key blocks near the beginning and in places where you can't pirouette them.
Yeah, that's the other irritating thing, is that they're not ones that you can easily just pop open, or at least you can't in commonly known ways. So yeah, as our runners on Candle Row find back-to-back take any's, which will give them both a 2 and 3 chance of picking up the white sword item if they're able to find it.
I don't know where he got it, but Indy has a red candle, so that must have been our Armus item.
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that either. Yeah, it appears to have been, and maybe that was the pickup at Death Armos?
Where Jess died. Okay.
Okay, so not mission critical, but certainly for certain enemies that we've seen already in dungeons, definitely something that would aid in speedy combat.
Absolutely. Much more valuable to find the red candle early, because it'll help you get through generally any of the early enemies that you might find. Gorillas, even Lionels, or like things with high HP, you can carve them up with a red candle.
Absolutely, just get them in a corner and spam them with fire is just the easiest way to do it. Even something is like these red levers that Jess is dealing with here. She tries to screen scroll. Yeah, a lot of times they're a lot easier if you can just blast them with fire and pin them up against a back wall.
I think Jess is actually going to set up 1, check grave area. 2, she might set up a wrap here to go back to Death Armos where she died, because she's going to get the grave Armos and then she'll know, oh heck, my item is at Death Armos where I died, and she'll want to go back there immediately to learn what it is and not lose what could be an early advantage.
Yeah, and I like the order she's doing it in.
Ooh,
oh, these are some cheap hints on Indy's. Oh,
that's
are they
15, 17, 19. Wow.
Are they all going to be trolly? Oh, 2 out of 3.
Got him.
0 for 3. All right. Okay, so there's some troll in here. That's nice. It didn't cost Andy a ton of money, which is good. You would hate to have him be like all three, 57 rupee hints, and they're all terrible, and he hadn't done a safety save. That would, you just feel bad about that. But that's only 45 rupees. He'll live.
Yeah, he'll be good. Now, will he get sniped by the gorilla? Okay, no. They're on the top side, but no dungeon there, so that's good for Jess.
Okay, but the cheap meat is here on Andy's. Oh, but he gets sniped on
the way out.
Well, he at least has the information that the cheap meat is there. I do cheap in quotation marks because it's 70-something. But still, that's a little bit of information that Jess doesn't have. We did not see a bait block in round 1.
That's 8.
Crossing our fingers for 2. Hey, there's 8.
Yeah, I'm like, here come the bombs near the start. This will tell us if 8's power bracelet blocked or not. And more keys!
Ooh, well, he might be able to pirouette this door here, but otherwise, unless he wants to use his one bomb to check a wall, 8's gonna have to wait a little bit.
Jess is currently the one with the knowledge that any key is in 4. And, she's seen 4. She knows where it is. I would prioritize getting back to that dungeon El Pronto.
Have we seen 4? Where was 4?
I believe 4 was... Let's see, we saw 3... Oh, 5. Maybe we have not seen 4.
Yeah, I thought we saw 5.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's our answer about there's confirmation that the red candle is at Death Armos. Jess is gonna get that.
And he's like, great, more keys. Can't pirouette this bottom part because Link can't walk up from the bottom.
Yeah, well, at least the seed's consistent. We're going to have key blocks all over the place.
And this is,
I like consistency.
With 52 rupee large secrets, I mean, at least the mid's 33, but you're not going to be able to purchase a lot of keys.
No, you're really not.
Gambling. Oh, he minus 1.
Team middle didn't quite pay out, but it wasn't terrible.
Indy's always a believer of team middle.
Alright, darkness on the overworld.
This is where level 1 is, in the far southwest. This spot normally gets left for a bit if you don't have a bomb to check the one bomb spot right next to it.
Yeah, so we have 2 kind of important levels in really inconvenient locations. So that may put a premium on Rowdy's. We're about to get our map of level 1, and that's a guy doing a lunge.
Yeah, some kind of yoga position. He's reaching for it. Jess is going to try and get a bomb off of the darkness. Or the Korea, she got it! So she might be able to continue through 1.
That's very nice work, and that's smart use of your surroundings, knowing that you don't want to have to come back here if you make the trek back here if you don't have to. The any roads don't really help you get down here. And interestingly, you start at the top of the map, and you really kind of only have one way to go.
Alright, now Jess is hoping and praying that this room directly underneath her is not an old man. Oh! Something told me the game put that key door there for a reason. Sorry, Jess.
Okay, we got some troll.
Yeah, we are pretty darn certain that's the old man room underneath Jess, because that's the only room in 1 that wouldn't open from the top like that.
Yep, exactly right. The only other way that a room will not bomb open in level 1 is if you're trying to bomb in from the right to the left, and it's
the key.
Oh, come on! Oh nope, she's gonna do a little more exploring.
It could be Zelda's room, Bond. That is correct, but given how that was kind of a central room and seemed to connect others, I would put that as old man room. It's possible.
Yeah, I think it's far more likely it's an old man room, because there is one old man room guaranteed in level 1.
Alright, well we need keys. Everywhere.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I mean, normally I would say if you need keys and you know where some dungeons are, maybe go check a dungeon that is likely to give you a lot of keys. But, the ones that we know of that I would suggest are ones like 5 and 8, where we are key blocked. So
literally all of them are like, walk one room in, required key, can't get it. Alright, I think I'm going to be passing the mic back over to Commissioner Drewis. Maybe I'll hang out a little bit and offer some background, but otherwise, you two got this.
All right, thanks for pinch hitting Malchior. Welcome, Drewis. How you doing?
Thank you. Hey, BBQ. Hey, Malchior. Thanks for filling in for me, Commissioner.
Well, welcome. We are about 15 minutes in. You haven't missed a ton, but we found some levels. We found the red candle as the Armos item. We have our sword. This is a poverty seed, and keys are going to be a priority. We're keeping locked out of at least 2 dungeons.
Right on. Yeah, I've been keeping up. I've been watching along the way, so know where we're at and feel good about it. So should be
excellent. Fun. Yep. So we have Andy going up and doing starting his Western Death Mountain checks, the grave checks. Jess is in the forest. She's going to burn down some places here and get these checks out of the way. We have found, so far, we found 1, 3, 5, and 8. I think that's all the dungeons we found so far. Jess critically has the information from buying some hints that the any key is in level 4, which would solve some block problems for both runners. Andy does not have that information yet. That hint shop is up in the northeast near Casino Corner. He saw that hint, but passed on it for the time being due to a lack of funds. Jess is going to check these 3 hints here. These are 0 for 3.
These are nothing, right? Yeah.
Yep, absolutely nothing. Andy, oh good. He gets a bomb there, so he'll be able to do some more work up in Western Death Mountain if he so chooses. Good news for Jess is that at least for now she has she's not broke, so that losing the 45 rupees didn't kill her there.
Yeah, I saw she had the smart play before, bought all 3 hints, and then gave it a retry, saved those rupees last time.
Yeah, that's a savvy move, and it's one of those things that it's easy to forget to do, particularly if you're a newer runner, which I am. It's real easy to forget that, oh, I should do that so that I can get my money back.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Out of these 2 players, I would say that's kind of Jess's advantage is she'll make those really smart rando type plays like a veteran, where Andy might have more of a combat advantage. So it's a pretty fair matchup in that regard.
Yeah, and the seed that we saw in Game 1 was actually pretty balanced in that regard, that it didn't seem to favor one runner over the other in that way. And so far, the punishment that Seed 2 is dealing out seems to have affected both our runners fairly equally. So that's good. As Andy does a nice bomb force up in West Death Mountain to refill his bombs, and he'll be able to completely explore Western Death Mountain. That's a nice move.
Real good move by Andy there, and it'd be nice to get this out of the way somewhat early.
Yeah, and kind of given the information that Andy has, I kind of like this play of look, I can't do anything in the dungeons I have found. Let's go find a dungeon like, oh, I don't know, level 6.
Let's find 6. Yep. This could be one of those make or break type levels where fast Triforce, and we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, or an item that helps speed up either Andy's overworld exploration as he gets bopped by a Gibdo there. Either helps explore up his overworld exploration, or helps speed up his combat or his ability to explore dungeons. He's going to clear this room here because this is a potential stair.
It'd be nice to pick up a quick item here in 6.
Absolutely, or find something, or find the transport stair and eliminate 2 rooms you have to, or at least 1 room you have to clear. He's going to take a peek. Oh, that's a gross.
Hopefully.
Yeah, he's trying to get rid of that one enemy. This enemy set isn't terrible, but it is a bit time consuming.
That Pole's voice is kind of annoying, especially with the bubbles there and the wood sword.
Yeah, I'm with you. The bubbles are the most annoying part of that room. It's not the C shape. Oh, that's a nice. Thanks. A clock with one enemy left. Thanks. All right, it is a push block, and it is our transport. So Andy will at least get to rule out 1 room he has to clear here, and it's going to take him down to the bottom of the map.
He decides to go back. He's done with 6. He's out of there.
Interesting that he up an 8. I mean, that was a room full of Zols. I mean, you could have cleared it and at least taken one more peek in one of those adjoining rooms, but he seems to be prioritizing overworld exploration, and that's going to pay off here as he finds a level he definitely needs. He doesn't know it, but it's level 4.
He's going to try to pirouette that key door there and head back in, I'm sure.
Oh no, he got stuck on the ladder.
That is costly there. We'll see if he makes it back up there or not, because that A key will help him out a lot, especially where they're at with money in this seed.
Yeah, and speaking of trolls, Jess just popped open that key door in level 1 that is the one path down, and quickly found a ladder block, so we're not doing much of anything in 1. But she did something that was smart as well. She retried to reclaim that key that she spent to go down. So she's not going to be completely bereft of keys. Instead, she's going to pop into 3 and spend her key here.
Just with the retry strat, saving money.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's something you're going to, given this poverty seed, that's in our runner's best interest. I am trying to figure out what shape level 3 is. I want to say it's a frog swimming.
Frog swimming, I could go for that. Almost looks like a guy kicking.
Yeah, I can see that too. As Jess is going to up an A and pop on out of level 3. Where is she headed? As Andy's going to finish exploring level 4. He doesn't know he needs to get back to level 4. But he would be well served if he would get there. Maybe he'll go back after he finishes doing the rest of the overworld Death Mountain checks here. All right, Jess is going to screen scroll off to the right, something I have yet to be able to perfect. Interesting that she retried again, got her key back, and now is going to try the key in level 5 and see if that pays off, and it will. She'll get her key back right here.
Yep, those are the kind of advantages Jess will get from this seed is conserving money here and there. Every little bit counts, especially in this seed.
Yeah, without a doubt. Meanwhile, Andy has returned to 4. He finished the rest of his West Death Mountain checks, and he's going to do some exploration here. He's going to get the compass, which is going to tell him that the Triforce is over to the right. He can't bomb directly there from that room. Perhaps he can from the lobby room.
I think even if he gets the Triforce, he's going to stick around and get the item. Would be my guess. It's a smaller level. Oh, that's a tough Triforce.
Well, he's got a left mola to deal with, so... But that might actually be a good thing for him. If he goes the other direction, if he heads to the west here, and finds his any key, that could turn out to be a bit of a blessing in disguise. I recognize that is a big if, and he's not going to find it in this room. This room does have bunnies, and without that shutter door, that room would be a potential push block stair, but that shutter door rules out the possibility of that being a stair room, as Andy gets locked in with a room of Gibdos and up and A's.
Thought about it for a second in the Pole's voice room, and I could just hear himself telling himself, nope, not a drop room.
Oh, Andy was tempted there. As Jess finds a staircase in 5, Andy was tempted there to try to kill that blue danger noodle and make some progress, but decided better of it. He's going to try it from a little more safety here.
Yeah, Jess kind of just methodically making her way through 5. That's kind of the Jess standard, is just a methodical approach to the levels, to the overworld, and slow and steady, and it's paid off.
Yeah, there is nothing wrong at this stage of the game with making progress in some direction, achieving something. Andy's going to pick up his Triforce out of 4, and we'll see if he dives back in.
I'm going to say he goes back in, knowing that it's a smallish level. We'll see here.
Yeah, I would too. It's smaller, and it's in a not not particularly convenient spot, as he's gonna exit
He
for the
is
moment.
out of there.
Interesting. I wonder what. Oh, he may be wanting to do Eastern Death Mountain checks while he's here.
At this point, I don't think he's going to come back to 4 unless he feels like he absolutely has to.
Oh, yeah, and we know he probably should. Jess has not found it yet. She's sinking some time into 5 because it's a dungeon she can clear, and she does. She requires the Triforce. Hey, there's a potentially important white sword item.
That is an almost always important item.
Yep. Now we know the white sword. We know the coast item's the raft, so that item itself may not be significant, but we definitely know that level 1 is ladder blocked. Andy doesn't know that yet, but Jess sure as heck does. And when she makes her way over to that part of Death Mountain, she will be very relieved to be able to pick that up.
Where was level 1 again?
Level 1 is in the far, far, far southwest corner.
Oh, that spot. That's a fun spot.
Yeah, fun in quotation marks. This is a seat I'm kind of glad I'm not running. Happy to commentate it, but kind of glad I'm not running. Jess finds the letter and is going to pick it up. Ooh, this is a gross screen to have to try to bomb your way through. Andy's going to try to screen scroll and get there from this side. Yep. This is savvy enemy manipulation on Andy's part. Now it's just
no
a gambling game. Yeah.
Sometimes Andy will gamble.
Yeah. Well, he does have 69 rupees, so I understand. Some people might want to preserve that number for a while because they're weird.
That's true. There is no 0 option, so.
Yeah. Okay, Andy's making his way down. He has the ladder, so he could make his way over to the Lost Hills checks. Instead, he's going to go bomb this spot and potentially the Forgotten spot, which I don't think he's seen either of them yet. I get the sense that with Andy prioritizing overworld exploration, that I feel like he's looking for a particular level. I feel like he's looking for 2... because he's seen all the other he's seen pretty much most of the other levels where he could make some progress. 2 seems to be the one that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, he typically likes to prioritize levels 1, 2, and 3 in a seed. So it doesn't surprise me that he ducked out of 6 so quickly.
Okay, and that would also explain the ducking out of 4 after finding the Triforce. 1, 2, and 3 are on the smaller palette, or not palette, on the smaller. What's the word I'm looking for? Druids. Oh no, help me.
Smaller size.
Yeah, the smaller.
Variety. All right, Andy's got a mid at 33.
Yep, we have 9 for the low, 33 for the mid, and a paltry 52 for the large secret. So money's going to be at a premium tonight.
That's why that A key is that much more valuable. If you find yourself in a position and need to buy keys, that's tough with these type of rupees.
Yeah, and Jess finds level 7. So this was at the vanilla 5 spot. Andy found this really early as he was doing his northeast checks and basically took a peek in one more room than Jess has, grabbed the Triforce and left. Be curious to see, given the inconvenient location that 7 is at, and the inability to dig some other dungeons, whether Jess is going to dig it. She's not.
That makes sense. Large dungeon, early Triforce. Can get back there later if you need to. Hopefully she gets a recorder, her favorite item, and it can get that later. Meanwhile, Andy does get the raft off the coast spot.
Yep, he's already over here. He might as well. It opens up 2 overworld spots, and as we mentioned earlier, this flag set for the finals does not require an overworld block, but it also doesn't rule one out, as we saw in Game 1. So it's entirely possible that raft spot could hold some very important information or items.
So we still haven't seen level 2, right?
We haven't seen 2. We haven't seen 9.
3? or 9.
Yeah, I think we've seen 3. It was one of the ones close to start that was somewhat key blocked.
That's right, we did see 3. No 2 though.
Yeah, 2 and 9 we have not seen. It is entirely possible they're overworld blocked. It's also entirely possible that they're hiding somewhere that neither runner has checked. Although I feel like we've covered a lot of the potentially accessible spots so far in the overworld between the two of them.
Andy gambles, loses $6.
But that potential payoff on the left is interesting. That's plus 66. I'm not normally one to play the gambling game very often, but if you're a runner like Andy who likes to play the gambling game, do you kind of tuck that in the back of your head and maybe think about that if you're low on funds later?
Maybe. I think Andy just likes to gamble when he feels like it. It's kind of, if he gets the vibe, if he gets the feeling, he'll gamble. If not, he won't.
Okay. No, that's entirely fair. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if that is something that'll end up paying off for him. As Andy is going to try, well, he was going to check the raft spot, but this enemy set's got other ideas.
Oh, he makes it.
Okay, yeah, if I was him, I would up an A from here. There's no need to try to risk getting slam-mooed. All right, yeah, there's nothing at this spot. So where is Andy headed next? Ah, he's at level 3. Okay. All right. Meanwhile, on Jess' side, she is making her way towards the Western Death Mountain checks. So she will eventually come across 2 of the missing levels, level 6 and level 4. She has the information from that hint that 4 has the any key. So once she stumbles upon it here in a few screens, she is almost certainly going to stick it out unless she is blocked from further exploration. Andy saw that key for 98, and he's just a few bucks short.
And you can tell he thought about it. You can tell he wanted it. Yeah, so I think Jess will definitely stick around and get the A key, and that could be a huge advantage in this seed.
It definitely could. We've seen a couple 3 dungeons early, all near start, that have needed keys to progress. Now, Andy doesn't know that that level 1 is also ladder blocked. I think if he did, he'd be prioritizing buying that key and then heading to 1 to try to find those 2 items in there.
Yeah, more than 30 minutes in, not a ton of items have been collected to this point.
Yeah, this has been early on. We thought that this had the potential to be kind of a jet seed, but in seeds like these, sometimes you get trolls in the mid game where the seed has kind of set you up for a punchline, and yeah, we kind of got a little bit of that here.
Yeah, we got a few blocks early on in the dungeons. At least they're early on blocks and not all the way toward the end.
Yeah, especially in big dungeons. That's just super trolly. As Jess finds level 6, she's definitely going to take a peek in here. She's going to up an A first.
I want to say Andy got through the connector here and then dipped out a 6. We'll see if Jess goes any further.
Yeah, I kind of feel like as Andy is going to make a beeline for that key shop and grab that key. Now, where is he? He doesn't continue.
He's going to go to 3 right now. It's close by, and he knows the speed block there.
I would like him to do a save here before he spends the key, so that if this ends up being nothing, he gets his key back. Now, good. Now he lucked out here because he's going to get that key right back for spending it, but.
It's got the map that Jess got, so that'll be helpful. Jess finishing that last Pole's voice, and we'll see if she takes that connector.
Yeah, she popped it open, so she'll at least take it. The question will be how far does she go before she up in A's, if at all. As Endy's down to a heart, he's trying to survive and get these. Nice job with the candle strats to be able to kill those landmos, and he's going to be rewarded with the information that 3 holds our yellow potassium source.
Sure, he's bummed, but also glad to have found it quickly rather than the last room in the dungeon.
Yeah, and
The good
that
news
is
he's out of here.
that is a Jet 3 for Endy. Now, Jess had the information that the boomerang was the item in 3, but she got that from a hint. She did not get that from exploring the dungeon. So she is going to have to double dip 3 and come back here to get that Triforce, which is, we know, ladder blocked.
Just died to Blue Snake, and she's going to make her way back in and keep exploring 6. See if this pays off.
Yeah, interesting. Well, she gets a heart container for troubles for going north, and this is a direction that Endy did not go when he was in here. He checked a couple rooms around where round start, took the stairs, checked a couple rooms over there, and then bounced. So if this gets something significant for Jess, that's a significant turning point. As Endy is going to get some good news here, he's going to spend his 1 key here and clear this ladder block and make some progress. As Jess finds her favorite item in the game.
Does a little dance there. Get that recorder.
Toot indeed. She has to be happy about that. That will open up 1 overworld spot. So this isn't like where we have a mixed quest overworld, but it will allow her to transport back to 5 and 7 to do those item checks if she needs to.
I think it's a really smart move to stay in 6, being that it's kind of out of the way. So you want to just be in and out one time and not have to come back.
Yeah, no, that's true. And she does not know that 4 is 1 screen over. She hasn't checked that screen yet. She will in a moment. But yeah, given the information set she has now, absolutely stick this out. You know you can't do anything. You can't do much in 1. You can't do much in 3. You can't do much in 5. So your options for places you can make dungeon progress are kind of limited. As, oh, hi, that is a interesting shaped level 6.
That is a big level 6. Chat calling for Endy to go back to 3. I don't think he's going to do it, though. To go back to 3 to get keys, I don't think that's his style. I think he's going to keep going.
Yeah, you could make a case for that, but because, yeah, 3 is a dungeon that can give you a lot of keys, and it's right by start. But actually, I think you're right. I think that kind of may cut the other way. The knowledge that you can't, because it's so close, you can go back there at any time to farm keys if you absolutely need to. If Endy's someone who likes to prioritize overworld exploration, find the small levels, this approach fits totally with his strategy. And who am I to criticize his strategy? He's in the finals.
That's it. And what's cool about this is 2 different players, 2 very different strategies they use, both highly effective.
That's a great point, Drewis. I mean, for newer runners who have kind of been watching the rookie tournament or have been kind of following along online or in Discord, yeah, this is not a game where there's just, there's one way to play this and it's just a matter of getting as efficient as possible. We have a lot of really experienced runners in the community that take divergent strategies sometimes to try to solve the same puzzle. There's more than one way to skin this cat. And that's part of what makes Z1 Randomizer so fun, is that you can use different strategies. You can make different routing decisions, and there's aspects of combat, there's aspects of execution, but there's also aspects of strategy and routing that make it a fun game to run.
That's it. In the meantime, Jess finished up 6, grabbed her Triforce just as Endy was going in, and she has found 4. So I bet she will stick around to grab that key, even though she knows the Triforce is right there. Well, Endy grabs his recorder as well.
Yeah, that's a rather quick find for him. Now, Endy is double dipping this, but I wonder if the time spent by the 2 runners combined in 6 is going to pretty much even out.
I'd say probably, and you can see Jess going away from the Triforce right now, so she is sticking around for that key.
Yeah, I get the play here. I mean, this item is going to be really important and really useful. The Triforce is close to start, and you can get there when you're done. So if the layout here is trolly enough that the item's going to be far away, you might as well try and check that first. Oh, this one Gibto's not one to cooperate to be burninated. Get over here, sir. So since Endy is in 6, I did not do the name the ink blot. That looks like a fat dinosaur sitting down who's looking behind him.
Chat has dubbed it ET, which I think that's a good one.
Oh, okay.
Atari ET.
Oh, Atari ET. Oh, yeah. If you don't have Atari ET, just go to your local landfill. You can probably find some cartridges in there.
That's for sure.
That's the one and only time I'm going to encourage people to go to their local landfill, by the way.
Oh, Jess gets lucky with the blue Lambo on the other side of the river. Nice.
Yeah, she does not have the ladder, at least not yet. She will in a little bit. But she is able to clear that room. And now the question is, she knows she has a few rooms to go before that room will respawn. So she has some decisions to make about how far she's willing to dig to find this item.
Burned her last key to get her last key. She's just hoping that key lasts to get infinite keys.
Absolutely. Yeah, 4 is a dungeon that you can make some headway in terms of gaining keys if you need to. So that it's not as key rich as, say, maybe a level 8 or even a level 3, but you usually don't leave key starved coming out of 3. Interesting. Where in the world? I want to see the map for this 4. I'm curious what this looks like.
So am I. It seems like she's been a lot of different directions by now. Andy fighting down a Patra with the wood sword.
Yeah, it's a time-consuming fight, but at least it's the bendy kind and not the expanding kind. These you can at least pace yourself a little bit. If you're willing to be patient, you can get through this fight. You just don't want to get pinned in a corner like he's about to there, but good, he escapes and gets to the other side.
So interestingly, Jess did grab her Triforce. I wonder if she thinks she's ladder blocked from the key. Yeah, that's a possibility.
That's a really good point. She may think that. Now, the good news for her, given her information set, is she's about to get the information that the ladder is here on Death Mountain, and she'll be able to pick it up. And then at that point, I would imagine she beelines right back in.
She also came across a meat block, so it could potentially be a meat blocked key.
Oh, she did. Oh, I missed that. Okay. So somebody alert Boof and Boom that we might have a useful meat block here. Put up the Boof signal or whatever we need to get her over here. But yeah, boy, we haven't had a good meat block in a while, so that could be fun.
And she's got her ladder. So I don't think she's going to go back to 4 without meat. Actually, I don't think she'll go back to 4 at all.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where we saw meat. I know we saw it, and it was not the greatest price in the world. Oh, no, as Indy gets sniped trying to go for that key.
That's an area Andy could use that moat to his advantage to kill that thing without getting hit, but tried to sneak in real quick.
Yeah, I kind of don't blame. Yeah, and now he's going to take the safer strat of just blazing the heck out of him with the candle. So I get it. Time is of the essence here. You're down 1 game to none, and Jess is a good runner. So at 44 minutes in, you might feel a little behind. I would imagine both our runners may feel a little behind given what they're up against. But yeah, instead, Andy's going to head here. He's going to get his compass. That's some useful information.
Yep, I bet they both feel behind right now, just given the, neither has the bow or silvers at this point, so they probably feel behind, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's true. We have not seen either of those. So we have the possibility for this being a bit of a slog of a seed. But I think it was somebody, I think it might have been Bogey, actually, who made the point a while back that as a runner, it's generally smart that you never think of yourself as ahead. That generally you either think, play as if you're either behind or you're tied. That way, if you actually are behind, as Andy's going to use his potion here, which I didn't see him pick up earlier, if you generally approach it that way, then when you actually are behind, then you're not sweating bullets as much.
Yep, good way to look at it. And I think it's hard, it's hard to think you're ahead sometimes when you get to an item, you feel like, oh, my opponent probably already got this.
Yeah, especially and that's one thing that's been really interesting about this rookie tournament, Druis, has been as Jess looks at the bait, it's $70. Jess, are you gonna get? Oh, maybe, possibly. But that is one thing that has been really evident throughout this rookie tournament. Has been the quality of the play by a lot of our rookie runners. Some of our rookie runners run Z1 vanilla. Some are runners of other games. Some folks play casually, but everyone has really acquitted themselves very nicely in this tournament. It's been really good to see.
Yeah, and that's kind of the difference in these two players. Is Jess has been more of a rando player, has run some vanilla, but Andy has run more vanilla, and more recently picked up rando.
Yeah, and that's a great example of where contrasting backgrounds in retro gaming can lead to contrasting styles. But at the same time, both our runners adopt some really good advanced strategy that we see a lot of our more experienced runners use. So it's a fun thing to watch.
So Andy back in one with a key in hand.
He
gets running around.
Yeah, he gets the fun big little spiky. He was hoping that was a push block item, but instead he's going to get the compass and find out that the compass is in the knee of the yoga guy.
Knee of the yoga guy. Yeah, his coach taught him how to fight that dig dogger there, so was able to get him down with the candle.
Okay, Jess is Jess trying to world wrap? It looks like she might be. Yeah, I think that's what she's doing.
She's gonna world wrap and grab that raft.
Oh, Andy, make a run for it for that middle area. You can get there. Okay, he's able to get the one kill, so he'll just be able to pop out and pop back in, and then get through that room. Now, is Jess going to give us our second raft spot check?
I think she is. Kind of interestingly that Andy didn't check that early on, just being a couple screens away from it.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he already had this information because he checked the any roads earlier.
That's probably it.
So Andy's in one. There are two items in here, and there are a lot of outstanding items that could help our runners, particularly in advanced combat. And there's one example.
There is a very good item on the ground in one. He's got the bow. Big advantage.
That is quality. Now, given that this is a poverty seed, if you're Andy, you have that now. Do you prioritize getting some money to try and buy wood arrows?
It's a great question. I think he's going to hold off for a bit and just, if he gets the money, he gets the money. But I don't think he's going to prioritize it.
Okay. Yeah, it is also possible the silvers are in here. It's also possible the silvers could be literally everywhere else we haven't checked. So this question may resolve itself. There's this one key room to the right that is orphaned. He's going to leave it that way probably until he absolutely has to clear it. Okay, Jess is filled up at a fairy fountain, and I think chat's making a good point. It's probably likely Jess is headed to one. Oh no, that's a left mola.
Tough break, and he takes. That's the Triforce room too, yeah.
It is, and that's got one room past it. We haven't seen the push block item yet, so it's entirely possible that item is down in the far southeast. Which, oof. Oh, and this is interesting. Andy's going to do this check of this room, and he's going to be rewarded. This is our push block item.
Let's see what he's got here.
Boy, that is an interesting gamble he made, and it's going to pay off. It's going to give him the coast heart, which is not nothing. Takes him from 7 to 8 hearts. Probably last on the list of things you were hoping to find in 1, but it's not nothing.
Yeah, probably not worth the trade-off of the key, being key starved where he's at, but worth the information because I think he would have hung around till he had that item.
You're absolutely right. It is entirely possible he would have. Oh no! Oh no! He got chased down. But you're right. It is entirely possible that he might have taken a couple deaths trying to clear that left molar room. And yeah, he's gonna up an A, and come back later when he's a little better equipped from a defensive perspective. Okay, so as Jess is clearing out this bottom part of 1, she's going to do the same exact thing that Andy did. She's going to go to the left here. Andy is headed to 5.
So Jess never got the item out of 5, right? But she did get the Triforce.
Correct, and I
Which is
think a
important.
part of it was she found the Triforce fairly early and saw that there were keys and moats in the way of her making progress in 5 and kind of decided that it's close to start and she'll punt and come back later. In fact, I think she went south in that entry room there, used her key, and found didn't find anything that she liked, so she up-A'd and retried and got her key back.
Andy going to take another try at this Dig Dogger with the double bomb.
Nicely done. And he gets a key that he can quickly spin here. Oh, hey, heard you like keys.
The keys are tough, and unfortunately, they probably neither will go back to 4 for that A key. Jess is going to take this land mode down, it looks like.
Well, that raises an interesting question now that you bring it up. If you get to the point where you have 7 or 8 Triforces, and you are still kind of starved on keys, you don't know how big level 9 is. As this is the room that Jess found her Triforce in, and Andy's going to make the same decision. He's got 1 heart and pick it up. But if you have 1 key and you're getting ready to head into 9, do you maybe consider jumping back in 4 and trying to dig out that any key real quick?
I don't know. I don't think so, unless it gets to a point where it's really, really dire. Because Jess knows that the any key is there, but she also knows that there's a bait block. So she would have to get the money to get the bait to head back there. I don't think so. Andy may stumble across it because he doesn't have the hint. So if he's looking for silvers or something, he may stumble across it.
Yeah, speaking of things that you could stumble across, 8's a great place to do that, as Jess gets the information that 1 has her Coast Heart.
And Jess has got the Triforce, so she is done with 1, doesn't have to come back.
Yeah, that is good news for her, because this is an inconvenient spot, and she would not be able to flute back here without the Triforce. Step over the water to reach the silver arrow. Now that's an interesting hint.
That is interesting. Just means that the silvers are ladder blocked. Still don't know where they're at, though.
Yeah, we do not have Mixed Quest Overworld on, so that we have not seen level 2. So our levels themselves are not necessarily ladder blocked, but it's entirely what that means is that in the dungeon, the location of the silver arrows is ladder blocked. As Andy finds a staircase in 8, it's 50-50 that this is going to be a transport, and that's exactly what it is.
Just back into 3, decides she doesn't want to use her key right away.
And oof, that is that's a sneaky level 8.
Look at that, just snakes all the way around.
I mean, it's hard to get much more linear. That is Second Quest 8 levels of linearity right there. I don't even know how to begin to tell what exactly that shape is.
So Jess gonna burn down this landmo and find her boomerang here. If she can make it, she'll be all right.
She does. I wonder if she's forgotten that she got that hint, and this is the boomerang. She may be. Oh, she doesn't have the Triforce. She doesn't know that this is. Yeah. Now she remembers that. Oh wait, 3's boomerang. That's push block. I don't need that. Oh, as Andy gets sniped in a room full of red Lionels. All right, interesting that we enter at that far northeast part of the map of level 8. It's really forcing our runners' hands in terms of pathing.
Yeah, it really is. So we haven't found 2 yet, right? So it could be power bracelet blocked.
Yeah, exactly right. It could be power bracelet blocked, or I suppose now that we have the flute, it could be. We had level 7 blocked by the recorder last seed. It would be kind of funny if we had a level blocked at Recorder Lake in both seeds.
Oh, just checked Recorder Lake and it was a money making game. So
she did.
No luck
Okay.
this time.
Yep. So we are. If there is an overworld block of either 2 or 9, yeah, it'll be at the power bracelet spots.
Andy's struggling with another dig dogger. He's going wild. Got the 3 pieces flying around here.
Yeah, all he needs is to get 1 down, but it's going to take 8 or 9 hits. Oh no, when he ducked in. Oh, so he's going to have to do it again. Yeah, he may have to do this the traditional way with the bomb, with the slower way, but the safer way with the bomb strats, and that's exactly what he's going to do here.
He's got a low amount of bombs, so we'll see if this pays off. Only if it's Triforce, really. And it was nothing.
Yeah, good to get it out of the way at least, but yeah, you were hoping for something a little more useful than that. Can I go grab that heart real quick? There we go.
Jess is right on his tail. We'll see what she decides to do with the dig dogger. I'm going to guess she's going to skip it.
I would think so. Now, this is this is the room that Andy got sniped in by the red Lionels, so if Jess is able to get through here, I expect her to, grab that and start doing some of the same digs. As Andy finds the Triforce in 8, so he at least knows where it is. Andy has the added information of knowing that that room will not respawn because of the bubbles, so long as he does not leave the dungeon. So he has a nice quick ladder clip there to try to get around the Goma, which could be it could be an item lock.
That could be Silver's even. And Goma gets them. Shaky Gomas in chat if you got them. Jess does kill the dig dogger. She's gonna see that it's to no avail. A lot of clearing going on in these dungeons. Let's see if Indy's got something here. Nope, another transport, Nate.
Our runners may be feeling that they're kind of getting low on options for finding items that are going to advance the seed. So they may be feeling like they need to, as Jess gets the news about the Triforce here, they may be kind of feeling like they need to sink a whole bunch of time and effort into 8 to get both items out.
That's quite possible. Neither has many resources, and that's just kind of standard with this seed. Is they're kind of struggling with resources along the way.
Yeah, Jess is going to get her Triforce at 8. Now that's interesting. I wonder if that means that she's going to come back at some point. No, she's going to go right back in.
Andy clearing stuff, maybe hoping for another key. He knows where the Triforce is, so probably trying to farm keys at this point. Or just killing stuff. Sometimes Andy just likes to kill stuff too, so it could be that.
Yeah, I mean, it could also be that he's trying to farm up bombs. As he finds a stair here, this is probably an item. to get money for wood arrows. Well, there's one item we won't be needing this seed.
Good information, but probably frustrating at the same time.
Yeah, definitely frustrating. But at this point, you kind of have to feel like, well, my opponent's probably in the same or similar boat I am, given everything that I've seen. This, if I'm running this seed, I'm not feeling like, oh, someone's already done an hour in. I was like, yeah, this is probably a seed that's going to take a little bit.
Potentially, I don't know. I always feel like, oh, my opponent's already probably through this. Probably way ahead.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, this is a tempting little trap here. Nice work by Andy to use the lag to his advantage, to be able to pick up that key, which our runners desperately need at this point.
Very much worth it. Jess is going to head in there now. Grab that key. See if she uses her last bomb.
No,
Nope,
she's
gonna head
not.
back.
Interesting. Boy, this level 8 has the potential to be uber trolly if our second item is important and it's all the way up in the northwest.
Either that, or if it's the Goma, that if the Goma is blocking silver
Nah.
arrows, that's super trolly. They're gonna have to farm some money to get arrows.
It is. Oh no, Indy gets sniped. But yeah, you're absolutely right. That would be super trolly, and it would be a troll worthy of the finals. So I'm not against it.
I'm all for it. Keep this match going.
That's right. I don't have to be to work at 8 in the morning, like I did the other day. So I can stay up a little late and watch this.
Still a lot of items outstanding. No silvers, no book, no wand, no power bracelet. We know the A key's in 4. No red ring. Still a lot could be anywhere.
It could. Now, Andy's whistling somewhere. Where is he going? He is going back up to Death Mountain. Okay, so or maybe he didn't mean to. Maybe he meant to go to 5. He did. Yeah, okay. This is, he's headed up here. Okay. All right, Jess is making some progress up here. Andy gets the news about the 69 rupee arrows. That may be what he's prioritizing. He may be thinking exactly what you were talking about a second ago, Drew. It says,
Oh,
hello,
look at
speedrun
Jess.
arrows. That is a huge get. So
That
the Goma
is-
was not the
yeah.
answer.
I bet Andy thinks Goma was the answer, and Jess knows Goma was not the answer.
Yeah, that death that Andy took on the way up to this room, that has the potential to really hurt him. Now, the good news is that once he gets enough money for the arrows, he's going to head right back to 8 and then get that information that that's not the answer, make his way up there. But that is a bit of a time loss. Not necessarily mission critical, but that could hurt a little bit. Jess has not seen the second item out of 8 yet, I don't think. So she's going to do a little more digging.
That is a big cost. Yeah, I guess she could only be hoping for the power bracelet at this point, thinking that 2 is potentially power bracelet blocked.
Yeah, I mean, there are, to your point earlier, there are a bunch of other items out there that would be nice for the runners to have. Red ring, white sword, wand. But yeah, in terms of go mode, yeah, technically this is go mode for her. She has both, she has silvers. Now, she's on wood sword and 10 heart, and wood sword, green tunic, and 10 hearts. So not the easiest, but technically she has everything she needs to beat the game, or at least all the items necessary to beat the game. She does not have all the
She's hoping for
Triforces
a
yet.
key to progress here. She's gonna be stuck. Oh, she's got a key. She's gonna burn it on this last room.
And she's gonna. Is this an old man? Yep, that's what it is. And he's got old news. Yeah, Andy does seem to be near start and trying to farm up. He needs 8 more bucks in order to get those wood arrows, and then he'll be in there. The good news is he's got some enemies right here, right near start, that are that aren't the they're not red levers. They're not the biggest money dropping enemies in the game, but they're not far behind. Yeah, and to answer a question in chat, I don't know that we've seen Wizrobes yet. That gives me hope that they are just smothering level 9. And perhaps level 2, because we haven't seen 2 either.
Okay, Andy's going to go back and he's going to probably whistle again. Get to the right spot. Get those arrows.
Yep, he's 1 rupee short at the moment, but this screen and the screen with all the blue gorillas 2 screens away are very easy culprits to get him 1 more rupee. I guess technically he needs 2. One to buy the arrows and 1 to fire, but still, he should be getting his last rupee here. Ideally here. No, didn't get it here, so we'll have to go 1 screen over. And Jess is in the Goma room. She thinks the same thing, that Goma's hiding the second item. We know he's not. But she'll get that news here in a second. She does get a key for her troubles, which is not nothing at this point.
Key is worth the price of admission for sure.
Oof, that whole screen of Octoroks gave Andy $0. Okay, so Jess is headed back up to the north part of 8. She's going to check this room here to the east. We know that the Bloomerang is in the kind of far southwest.
All right, Andy's got the money now. Took him a while to farm it, and he's going to be bummed when he learns that was just for a key.
He will. He will eventually get his silvers in 8, because he's not leaving 8 without the second item, I wouldn't think, at this stage. You're over an hour in. But yeah, he will wish he got those silvers about 5 minutes earlier. Okay, so off to 8, Endy goes. Now, if you're rooting for Endy, you're hoping that Jess pretty much has to full clear level 8, which she's working on at this point. Just 8 does that sometimes, where it just kind of the item is in the one last spot that you just were last locationing, and then just blah, here we go. But she'll have her answer here in a couple rooms.
And there it is, and she's out of here.
Yep. Now, I might, if I was her, I might have considered trying to kill those 3 blue Octoroks just to see if they dropped a key. Unless her next move, as has been suggested in chat, unless her next move is to go to 4 and try to get that any key real quick.
I don't think she's going to do it. I think she's going to only go to 4 unless she absolutely has to.
Yeah, I think you're right. Given what she knows and kind of what the clock says, I get it. We know that would be a really helpful play for her, but that's the beauty of Rando, is our runners don't have perfect information. So you're going to have to make some decisions on the fly, and sometimes they work and sometimes they hurt.
See if Andy grabs the Triforce and gets... no, he's going to go fight that Goma after this.
Yeah, I kind of don't blame him clearing this room now, or at least most of it. He's hoping he can just kill this guy, get the silver arrows out of 8, head right back, grab the Triforce, and be done. Now, he's going to get the bad news here in a second, but he'll at least have made his progress out of here. The end game in 8 a little easier. And like you said, Endy's a very experienced vanilla Z1 runner, so the combat here is not going to be a significant problem for him. Oh, and the pause of disappointment as he gets the news that that's not the push block room.
Disappointment. Now he's thinking, what do I do? We'll see if he leaves. I think he might leave. Nope, he's going to stick around.
Well, he may. To your point, though, he may just grab the Triforce and bank on other dungeons having the necessary items. And if he does, that's unfortunate. But given how much time he's already sunk in 8 and where the clock is, kind of don't blame him.
That's true. He knows one item here. He knows there's still an item in 2. He knows there's 2 items in 9. He may get the Triforce and get out of here. the odds play would probably be, nope, he's going to stick around, it looks like.
Okay, we know this is a good decision for him. He doesn't know that yet, but he will shortly, as level 5's map has been found, and that is some kind of like a steamship or a tugboat or something.
Yeah, maybe a pirate ship, kind of.
Yeah.
Just pondering the use of that last key.
Yeah, well, she fills up in her box. She's going to last location that spot with the key, at least unless she gets another key. Oh, she's got to be careful, but this is a... Oh, that's a great shot to be able to get that far arm of the manhandler. Nicely done with the door
Nice
strats.
kill, Jess.
Okay, Andy's going to get his...
He's got it.
Now, does he burn the silvers before he picks them up? No, he's just going to grab them. Okay, here's our potential item room in 5. I don't know that we saw this room when the runners were here initially.
There it is.
Well, there's our answer. There's probably our answer to where at least 2 is and where possibly 9 is. So, good news for Jess. She picked the right dungeon to dig, and now she needs to go explore overworld spots.
Where do you think Andy goes after this?
That's a good question. I mean, I would think the next stop would be 2, or not 2. I'm sorry, 1. Because that's a dungeon that is just, it's out of the way. You might as well head over there and grab that. And then you start thinking, all right, where are my missing levels? Where's the power bracelet?
See, Jess checks the first spot. No luck. Keys are still going to come into play. She's just got 1 key. Andy's got 2. That's going to be a factor going into 9 especially.
Very much so. You're absolutely right. And that, so, we say that, people call 9 the great equalizer and say, 9's going to do 9 things. Well, that gets amplified when you're limited on keys. So that may affect not just how much progress can be made, but it can affect routing decisions. It may force our runners to take stairs earlier than they want to. It may force them in certain directions they don't want to go. Because Andy's going to pop back into 1, and now that he has 9 hearts and a little more offense, he can deal with that left molar room to get the Triforce.
Yeah, good point by Vaughn in chat. Andy could go back to 4. He doesn't know that the A key's there, so that could be the spot he goes back to, looking for the power bracelet, actually.
Yeah, that's a very good point, because he would be looking for one thing for progression, but what he would actually get, he would also be very happy about.
If he can get around the bait block. We don't know if he can get around the bait block.
That is true. Jess saw that. I don't think Andy saw that got that much progress in 4.
Nope, Jess saw it. Andy did not see that block.
Yeah. Okay. Great. As Jess is back at 4, so she's gonna at least pop out. What is she doing?
She may be going to look for keys. I don't know what. We'll see what she's doing here.
Yeah, if that's what she's doing, she has enough money to buy 1. She's not done that yet. So I wonder where she's headed. Oh, she hasn't checked this power bracelet spot yet, and 4 was the nearest place to flute to it.
Oh, there you go. This could be level 2, probably. That is level 2.
Bingo! And it's got a key door she can't pirouette, because of course, why not? Yeah, and chat also calling out that Andy's been displaying in both matches tonight some really good combat. That's the kind of combat you have when you have a really, really impressive vanilla Z1R personal best time.
Yeah, his vanilla time, I believe, is 30:52, something like that.
Wow, that is really, really good. My best vanilla time, you can probably add 50% to that.
It's tough. It's definitely tough.
It is. The people who run it vanilla and have gotten that game down to a science, that's just very impressive to watch.
Sure is. Oh, Andy back into 4, so we'll see if he can get around that bait block, or if it stops him.
Okay, well, he's going south, so he did not bomb that wall previously, so he's going to be able to at least make some progress in here. He's up to 4 keys, which at this point, to the runners, has to feel like about 20 keys.
Oh, yeah. Jess, out of keys, has found Wizrobes, interestingly.
Yeah, we were wondering when they were going to show up, weren't we? Okay, there's a heart container in that like. Yep, she's going to take a hug from it to pick it up, and then up an A. Oh, wow, 5 keys now for Indy. Boy, he's just rolling in keys now.
Looks like Jess picked up red ring. Her tunic color changed. I didn't see her pick it up, but she's a different color now. So
you're correct. That's a good eye by you. I did not see that, but yeah, she definitely is a different color. Yep, and the inventory check shows that's exactly what she has.
So she will. Oh, Andy's got the A key. That could be a big differentiator here.
It really could. That red ring will help Jess in combat, no doubt, but depending on what 9 is like, when we eventually get to 9, that could really snug things up in terms of progress.
Yeah, and Jess is key blocked now. I don't think she grabbed the Triforce out of 2. I believe she's key blocked. So she may be headed back to 4 to see if she can get that A key, which she knows is there.
Yeah. Oh, she's checking the shop. I think. She's getting the bait. Okay, she's getting the bait to get the any key out of 4, so that then. Okay, interesting. Very interesting.
Andy knows or thinks he needs his power bracelet at this point. He's in the right spot to get it here in 5.
Yeah, and he is right that he does need that power bracelet in order to find level 2. So, as I'm sure he tracks his levels, so he's got to have figured that out by now.
Yeah, this is still a very close race. I would say Jess is slightly ahead, but it's still very, very close.
Now, if I recall correctly from when Andy was in here and got the NE key, this is not the direction that you need to go to get the NE key, is it?
I don't think it is, but now she's got the map, so she'll know where she needs to go. I believe she's searched most of this 4 already, so she kind of knows where to go now.
Yeah, and 4, by the way, is a misshapen stingray. This is a fun game to play with the
stingray. I'm going to call it a rocket ship.
Okay. Yeah. No. I
can
see it. Yeah, it's going from left to right. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Andy, nice job pulling off that vertical ladder clip. That's the type of skill that a vanilla Z1R runner has to have to get through level 4 in record time fashion. So he's going to try to get this. I cannot do a ladder clip to save my life, but he's going to get his map out of 5 and see the tugboat that he's up against.
So Jess is going to get the good news now. There's her key, and she can head back to 2 now.
Absolutely, and I'm trying to remember where we saw Mags. I want to say it was relatively close to start. Jess has 11 hearts, and normally when you're an hour 20 in, I wouldn't necessarily prioritize getting Mags. But if it's on the way to where you're going, you're 40% to get it.
She'll pop in and check it if it's on the way, I'm sure, but I don't remember where it is either. But I think you're right. I think they saw it early on.
Chat's telling us that Mags is down by level 1, so that's not in a location unless 9 happens to be over there, which it's not. Then yeah, that's not a location that the runners are going to prioritize. Which means that we're going to probably have Wood Sword Ganon fights. As Andy gets his power bracelet out of 5, that has to be a relief for him.
He's going to duck out, look for 2, see how quickly he can find 2. He's also not likely to hang around for the item in 2 if he comes across the Triforce first. He's just going to be out of there and head to 9.
Yeah, that's a good observation. That's given what the time is here. We're an hour 20 in. Yeah, both our runners have to be worried that their opponent's already in 9.
Interestingly, not checking the close by power bracelet spots. I wonder.
Oh, he fluted to 6. I don't think he meant to flute to 6.
He's back to check the spots. All right.
Yeah, there are 2 of the 4 that are here. Yeah, this makes some sense. Oh, here's level 9.
I don't believe Jess saw 9, but she probably knows exactly where it is.
I feel like I feel like she checked that spot at some point once she got the power bracelet. I don't remember seeing her go into 9 and out, but that could have been because I was looking at Endy's screen.
All right. Chat says she saw it. She saw it.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So Endy's gonna take the any roads here to check the other power bracelet spots. So he'll be in 2 in a moment. Yeah, he's gonna check this northeast one first. Yeah, that's the order I would go into, and yeah, I would be in the same boat. I would be guessing 4th out of 4.
All right, Jess has got her try, and she's going to head to 9.
Okay, so in terms of time, I think Andy would be a couple 3 minutes behind, but given that, kind of given everything we've seen so far in this seed, that is not an insurmountable lead.
Just going to come down to 9 and what 9 does.
Oh, we do have a mags check on Jess's side.
Oh,
11, not enough. Yeah, and I think you're right. That's a check that if you make it once, and then you're not doing it again unless you literally are banging your head against a wall in 9.
Yep, so unless we've got a white sword in 9, we're going to have wood sword Ganon.
Yeah, and to our earlier discussion about this being a poverty seed and resources, if we're to a point where we need potions, I know both our runners, I know Jess has a red ring, Andy may stumble across it here. It's definitely possible that a lack of potions and having to do the Ganon fight on wood sword can potentially trip people up. Oh, as Andy gets sniped by a red wizrobe.
Jess methodically making her way over to 9, and she's in at 123.05.
Okay, so she is in level 9. Drus, what are we looking for in 9?
We are listening for a roar and a closed door that doesn't open with a block push or enemies killed. And the roar will mean we are adjacent to Ganon. Oh, she gets grabbed early on.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to get grabbed in the first room from start. Okay, and he needs to be careful here. Yeah, he's excellent at combat, so he knows what he needs to do when he's down to half a heart. So, but he's able to get out of that room.
Dies to the Zols, though, in the next room.
Yeah, that is irritating, but the good news is he knows exactly what direction he needs to go. All right, Jess finds that room is a stair. She's not going to take it at this point. She's going to prioritize seeing as many rooms as she can see to try to find the Roar of Ganon. I don't know that we have sound on our runners yet, so we're not going to be able to tell as we sit here whether Jess hears a roar at any point.
Jess using the position to beam down those Lionels.
Yeah, and Jess needs to be a little careful here. She's down to 9 rupees now, so that's going to limit her ability to deal mags damage using the silver arrows.
Okay, Andy does grab the red ring. It was in the middle of a like. That was hard to see.
Oh, that was not a hard Okay. So good. So now Andy has the red ring as well. That'll quadruple his defense and certainly help him as he explores 9.
Here comes another Dig Dogger fight. These have been fun so far. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, Jess down to 2 bombs, but she is going to use the... Oh, okay, she's going to switch to candles. She gets the single baby dig dogger. She's going to grab that fairy. That block does not push. That is a nothing room.
Andy taking down the Patra that is guarding the Triforce, I believe. Oh, look at those blue Lionels.
Oof, lag definitely working to Jess's benefit here, and Andy is a top-notch Z1 combat competitor, so he'll dispatch this Patra with no trouble.
All right, he should head straight over to 9. He's going to be about 3-4 minutes behind.
He will, but given what Jess has seen of 9 so far, that's a difference he can make up readily if he routes right.
Yep, going to come down to a lucky route here. Who's luckier? Jess will continue to kind of take a methodical approach to this 9. She'll knock it off, and she's going to knock off rooms where she can hear most roar possible. She does a really good job of taking, like I said, that methodical approach to dungeons.
Yeah, definitely. And this is interesting. And Andy's going to do the same mags check at 10 hearts, and he's going to come up empty. I kind of get it at this point because it's one screen away from a level you can easily flute to. But interesting that at this stage, you're an hour and a half in, your opponent has not hit .done yet. So that you may be wondering, if you're a runner, is my opponent not done yet because they're still on Wood Sword and it's a slog and they haven't checked this?
Okay, 126.55 he's in, so close to 4 minutes behind, not quite.
Okay, but definitely something that he can make up with good routing.
Andy's got a little advantage with arrows. He can use them more for combat. He's got a little bit more rupees.
Yeah, and as you can see, Jess is using all the tools at her disposal. She's using bombs, she's using candle strats where she can. But she's down to 3 bombs, too. So resources may come into play here. This is a poverty seed, so we knew this was a possibility. She gets a much-needed 5er in clearing that Tektite room. Seeing that bomb reminds me, that's one thing we haven't seen this seed is a bomb upgrade. Not that either runner would have had enough money to get it, but you wonder if resources, including bombs, might become an issue at some point.
That's true. Bombs just down to 1 already. And she's thinking about it. Nope. There are lots of blue Lionels in this dungeon, though, which we do know drop bombs. So
yep, was just going to say that if you needed to farm something, you don't have to really exit the dungeon to do that. Rooms like the one Jess is in now are great opportunities. These guys have vanilla HP, so 2 silver arrow shots or a silver arrow shot and 2 wood sword shots will get you what you need.
She got a bomb drop.
All right, and at this point she's going to start. Yeah, at this point she's going to start taking stairs. I don't mind this. It rules out rooms you have to clear. You may stumble upon the path to Ganon. Then again, as a runner, I'm typically one that probably takes more stairs than I should in 9. I'm kind of a completionist in that way, but I know a lot of our really experienced runners prioritize, I want to see as many rooms as I can, as quickly as I can.
You never know what's going to work best.
Yeah, there have been many a seed in this tournament and a bunch of our tournaments this year that have come down to, oh, there's a magical staircase in 9, and that's the only way to get to Zelda.
Just taking another stair.
Oh no, Andy got grabbed. Oh.
Oh no. We don't have a map yet either. It's possible that the book is here too.
That is true. There are 3 items outstanding: the wand, the book, and the white sword. So, One of those is in 7, which we didn't see and will never see. But yeah, there's 1 in 3 shot that it's here.
Just pulled up her map. It looks like she's seen probably 40% of the map, and Indy's maybe seen 20%, I'd say.
Okay. Again, that is a difference that is easily that can easily be made up by Andy. He has kind of a bit of a combat advantage with the added money with the silvers, although that's quickly getting eaten up. But Jess has run into several different dead ends, and if Andy can avoid some of those, he stands to gain from the time he can gain back.
They are in the same room right now.
Yeah, we haven't really had a whole lot of runner high fives in this seed. We did a little bit in game 1, but that just shows you how evenly matched these runners are. That they're, we're an hour and a half in and we're this close.
At this point, it's probably a toss-up. It's probably 50-50 right now. Let's see who go up. Jess goes left, Indy goes right.
Here's the divergence that could pay off. Both of them are in a room with a single shutter door. Now, does this tell us where Zelda is? Well, it's not on Jess's side.
Not Jess's. Interesting, Indy didn't clear that. I guess he's starting to run low on rupees.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. He's got the defense to do it. He may be concerned about time and offense. Oh, but Andy, you want that 5-er? Go get it. Get it. Get it. No.
Oh, that's 5 arrows right there.
Oh, this is interesting. Andy is able to bomb up. Now, I wonder if this takes him somewhere useful.
Okay, Jess going to clear the
sure
blue line.
does.
Oh, he's got
Look
Ganon.
who we found up here at the top of the map. And there are 2 shutter doors to the left and to the right. So if Andy can maintain this stun lock that he's gotten immediately here, he may be able to find Zelda in one of these 2 rooms. Oh, okay, he's able to maintain the stun lock there. Ganon changed position, which can sometimes indicate you're losing the stun lock, but he gets it right back. He's able to clear Ganon. He's got 2 potential spots that could be the princess to tie this up. Room number 1. This is not it, but there's another room to the right that he can check.
That was a Ganon in his room with the vanilla pattern that he's used to also.
That's a really good observation. I did not pick up on the vanilla pattern. Okay. Yeah, Andy's I think he's going to do this push block just to see. It is a push block. Oh, Andy, there's another room to the right. Well,
does not need the white sword.
Well, thanks for guarding that, Ganon. Really appreciate it. Okay, is this room to the right our answer? No!
It is not. Wow.
Okay, so the next best item you could find at this point would be compass. So now I think you start taking staircases and clearing rooms.
Jess is in a shutter. Let's see if this is it. Nope, that's not it either.
Yeah, and she's down in the far southeast. Here's a... Well, I don't think this can be Zelda to the left here. I think it has to be a single shutter door room. Yep, no, it's not.
Jess has got to get back up toward the top there. But she may stumble across Zelda first. Who knows?
Yeah, she may. As Andy, he's out of rupees, which is a potential concern. His main concern now is, of course, finding Zelda. He's going to clear this room. We know that this can't be Zelda, or else that room would have already opened. But maybe he can get some. Maybe he can get some rupees, or maybe Zelda's behind 2 doors away.
It's kind of following Jess.
That was Rupee, dude. Get it.
This way. Oh.
Okay, this is interesting. We have not seen the far east part of the map, so he's going to cycle to a bomb and see if he can go to the right. He can!
Yeah, that could be the key, is over to the right. Let's see. Oh, does not pop open.
Oh, so trolly. Okay. But this is a part of the map. Oh, here's a map.
Oh, a map.
What are we looking at? Oh, boy. Hello. That is a 56 room, level 9. That is what the kids call a chonky boy.
There's a pop.
Oh, and here we
more pop.
are.
He's got Zelda.
Andy's exploration in the Northeast pays off as he is able to complete this seed and force a game 3. So get your GGs in chat for Andy with an official race time GG time of 1 hour 35 minutes and 4 seconds.
Wow, that really came down to the wire there. And we got a game 3, not tonight, but we got a game 3 coming.
Wow, that was an impressive close by Andy. He entered, as you said, drew us down 3 to 4 minutes in level 9, but a combination of smart resource management and bombing the right wall at the right time yielded him Ganon in the first instance, and another bomb wall to the east yielded him the path to the kidnapped in the second case. So well done on Andy's part. My gosh.
Looks like Jess is going to keep going to finish it out. It was more than anything, I think, just bad luck on Jess's part. I think she routed the level the right way, and just bad stroke of luck.
Yeah, and sometimes 9 can come down to that. It's just finding the right bomb hole at the right time, or go in the right direction in the seed. Yeah, and Andy made a couple really good choices late in the game. Those ended up being the difference here. As we're going to watch, Jess is exploring down to the southeast. We know that that's not the direction she needs to go, but she is, like you said, she's seen about half the seed so far. So she's going to start taking staircases here and see if she can find her path. But yeah, as you said, Drew, nothing wrong with what Jess was doing in terms of pathing or in terms of choices. It just came down to going one direction when, the correct answer, as we know now, would have been to bomb in a certain direction, and that yielded the winning path for Andy. Both these races tonight have been really close.
You know what? I expect game 3 to be just as close, if not even closer. Gotta bring it down to the wire.
Absolutely. I don't know how much closer you can get with the difference between these two runners. And you said it really well earlier in the seed that these runners have contrasting styles, but at the same time, one style isn't necessarily better than the other. The difference in clearing these two seeds between the runners, if you add them up, comes down to a difference of a minute or two. It's given that the runners have been playing for 2.5 hours, that's a negligible difference. So there's more than one way to succeed running the randomizer, running this game, and boy, this tournament has definitely demonstrated that.
Absolutely, and either one could have won, and it's kind of fun to see the differences in style. Oh, Jess has found Zelda.
Okay, that's good information.
The differences in style, but it really could have been anybody's game.
Yeah, and that's true. Round 1 could have easily gone to Andy if a couple of small things had broken his way. But yeah, I mean that's how talented not just these two runners, but they had to beat some really talented runners to get this far in the rookie field. So impressive all the way around. And that's what makes Z1 Randomizer in particular, in my opinion, one of the most fun things to watch, because it's a game, a lot of people like running Link to the Past Randomizer, and the whole notion of 216 individual checks you have to do just makes my brain hurt. This to me is something that's a lot more manageable in terms of how much checking you have to do, but at the same time provides a lot of depth in terms of the choices you can make and how they can impact how well you do.
Absolutely, and I think the style of the Z1 randomizer does lend itself to different play styles, especially at this level with the rookies, where still learning the game and kind of finding their own styles. You kind of see how the strengths come out. Oh, she's got the wand there.
Okay, so now we know what was in 7. It was the book, which would have been mildly helpful. But yeah, no, this tournament, and really all the tournaments that have been going on this year, have been really fun to watch. If you haven't seen some of the matches throughout the All Boards No Swords tournament, or the SG Live tournament, or this tournament, Jess is gonna beam the hell out of the map in level 9, and I don't blame her one bit. Yeah, go watch some of the races that have happened, not just at the end of the tournaments, but really even some of the preliminary matches have been really fun to watch. You get to see a lot of different styles, a lot of different types of play, and a lot of different types of obstacles that the runners have had to overcome.
Absolutely, and the beauty of this too is the majority of these rookie matches have been restreamed. So, big shout out to Commissioner Malchior for making it happen and putting this together. It's been a really fun event and coming down to a great finish.
Absolutely, and we definitely want to shout out Smilefires, who's been doing the tracking for us here for Game 2, so thanks for doing that. And Malchior for not only running this race, but also kind of covering, helping out on comms tonight, which we appreciate. But yeah, really making this entire tournament, if you'd said at the beginning of this tournament that we were going to get 95% of the matches in the entire tournament restreamed, I would have been thrilled, but I would have been skeptical. And the fact that we've been able to pull that off is just a testament to the dedication and the work that the people who make the Z1R community is so much fun have put into making this event a really fun event to be a part of and watch. Okay, Jess is down in the southwest, and she's clearing rooms, which is good. She'll find her way up to the kind of the top row under the V, which is where we know Ganon is, and once she does that, she'll be able to wrap up the seed in no time.
She'll make her way at some point. She's probably been just about everywhere, but to Ganon at this point.
So I don't know that we're going to get interviews with the runners tonight. They've already run 2 races, but just so folks know, in the race room, Andy had made it down, and this may be the high from pulling out game 2 in a slog of a seed. That he said, "I'm down to do game 3 if you're down to do game 3." I'm like, yeah, no, we've got to do some work to schedule that. As Jess is going to bomb up into this room, and she's going to hear the roar right here, and find Ganon. So we'll get this Ganon fight underway here with Jess.
Oh, he's in the door over there.
Okay, yeah. Jess is going to take the safety strat here of kind of being down in the southwest and trying to get a stun lock that way. She's close. There, she's got it. And that's one area where in the Ganon fight where I thought Andy's Z1R vanilla running paid off, because he was able to walk right in from the south and get an immediate stun lock on Ganon in the southeast part of the room. Whereas Jess is taking slightly longer to do it. She still did a really good job getting that Ganon fight done on the wood sword in short order. But yeah, Andy made that fight look ridiculously simple, and it is not.
Yeah, it was a vanilla fight for Andy, coming in from the same direction as in vanilla. Ganon was in the same position and went left, so just like vanilla, just like you want it to be in vanilla anyway.
Yeah, and there is for those who are kind of curious on strategies for doing that fight, there is a video, and it's in the Discord. I want to say it was done by I don't know. I thought it was done by Bogey, but I could be wrong. That kind of shows some of the mechanics of how Ganon's sprite kind of moves around when he's invisible. That certainly helped me when I saw it in thinking about how I want to approach the Ganon fight when I'm running this casually. And that's the type of information that your top flight Z1R vanilla runners also know when they're trying to do that Ganon fight, because they're trying to optimize that too. That's one of the other things I like about the community is the willingness to just kind of freely share that. Hey, here's how you deal with this thing that we deal with in competitive tournaments. Just the willingness to help others out and help grow the community is really great to see.
For sure, yeah. As chat pointed out, Malchior and Bogey, Redbird grad.
It's RBG. Yeah.
Tutorial.
That video is really helpful.
You can also turn on the Ganon sprite in the buffet tool to see how he moves in the ROM.
Oh, so that's how he made that video. Okay. All right, let's get your GGs in chat out for Jess Andy. She finishes with a racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 51 seconds.
GG to Jess. See if we can get them in here for interviews.
Yep, we've got folks working behind the scenes to see if we can get them in the room here so we can chat with them a little bit. Oh, but what? So we've seen so we got 2 races in the finals tonight, and I definitely got my money's worth. Drewis, how about you?
Absolutely. Again, thanks, Malchior, for covering me at the start. But happy to come in and see such a close race here to the finish.
Oh, definitely. And both races were really tight finishes and really well fought all the way through. Okay, so we have links sent out, and we'll see if we're able to get either of the runners in here, as we are joined in the booth by Jess. Jess, congratulations on the Game 1 win, and Andy's here as well. Andy, congratulations on your Game 2 victory.
Oh, thank you. GG, Jess. That's
Andy! GG's, exclamation point, LFG.
you know it. You know the story. Wow. That's insane.
Honestly, I'm so happy it's going to Game 3. That just gives more content, and it's just so much more fun.
Oh, totally. Me too. And what did you think about this scene?
What, the second one?
Yeah, the second one.
Where were all the keys?
Where were all the keys?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so Jess had the hint that the A key was in 4. Andy did not have that hint, and that was actually probably worked out to your benefit, Andy, because I think you went back to 4 looking for the power bracelet or something else and came across the any key. So it kind of worked out. Jess?
Because I had 4 marked as meat blocks, I completely forgot about the Pole's Voice room because I was on Wood Sword, and I'm like, I'm not going to fight 10 bunnies to get down there. Didn't have it marked, and so I went and bought the freaking meat, and I got up there and I'm like, what?
Yeah, you each kind of had a moment like that in the seed where you bought something and didn't actually need it. Andy did the same thing in 8, actually, where he thought the Goma was guarding the item, potentially the silvers, right? So went and farmed for rupees to get arrows and found out, oh, it's just a key in there.
Yeah, I didn't.
Man. And it was in another room in 8 too.
Yeah, and I could have gotten there, without going out and farming for rupees, and I was upping and killing Octoroks and upping and killing Octoroks and getting hit and getting mad and not getting it. It was nuts.
You had taken a death just before you got to the path to the silvers, and then decided, you know what, I better go back and get arrows before coming back here.
Jess, did you not die at all?
Oh no, I opened up a new thing just so I could make my title Game 3 hype.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay.
Andy, thank you
no,
for
I
the
definitely
transparency and not resetting the death count there.
Oh yeah, no problem.
No, I totally never died. I'm just that good.
Oh, that was very impressive, Jess. I see you took your time then.
That is true. Ouch.
It was a rough one. What'd you think of the first one?
What about the first one?
What'd you think of the first?
Well, I mean, I liked it because I won.
Yeah.
But yeah, I last locationed level, whatever it was, some level.
Yeah, something like that happened. Were we both at 9 at the same time?
You were, as I recall. Yeah, it was a really close 9 in both cases.
Game 1,
Game
1 9 entry was within 40 seconds of each other. Game 2 9 entry was within 4 minutes of each other. And Jess got into 9 first in game 2.
Did I really?
Yes, you did. And then through different routing and stuff, y'all ended up in the same room, and Indy found the bomb to go north, where you did not.
Oh, that stinks.
Oh, I do love bombing things.
Yeah,
One way.
that's true.
One of my favorite things to do.
That's Andy Strat right there. Just bomb every wall, right?
Bomb them all, and if you keep a count, which never happens, you can just bomb everything. It's wonderful. But it never works out that way.
Yeah.
And was there only one bomb shop? Was that the rare one? Because that stunk.
Oh, I don't remember where the bomb shop was.
In the waterfall.
In the water. Oh, that was I'm so. I have it marked as just an arrow shop. Of course I did, but bombs.
You were very focused on arrows at that shop for a while.
I was.
Yeah,
And,
at the time Andy came across Ganon, I would say Jess had probably explored about double the amount of 9 that Andy had. It just came down to luck at that point. It wasn't any bad routing or anything like that. It was just the happenstance of bombing the right wall and getting to the right spot.
Yeah, and I never found the freaking map until after Andy already done. So when I finally found it in the corner, I just tried to kill it with a wand because I was
I saw
mad.
that.
That's the one time you wish you had the boomstick, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Blow it up.
Oh wow! All right, so
Yeah.
game 3.
Woo!
When's
That's
game
fun.
3? When is it? Right now?
I want to do it. If it were up to me, I would do it right now.
I don't think Commissioner would allow that. I think we got to figure out the restream and all that stuff. But I'm sure everybody's going to be ready to come back for it.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds like sometime Sunday.
Afternoon.
Okay. Terrific. Well, I mean, the information for that will be posted in the Discord as soon as it's known. So for folks who are watching, and we have a bunch of people watching on Speed Gaming tonight still, which is great. Welcome. There will be information about the time and location of the stream for Game 3, so definitely keep your eyes out for that. If Games 1 and 2 are any indication, it's gonna be super tight and it's gonna be really entertaining.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited. It should be a lot of fun, no matter what the outcome is.
Yeah. Now, am I remembering right? Did Malchior roll the Game 2 seed?
Yeah,
so
he
Melchior
sure
is not
did.
allowed to roll game 3.
Okay.
Totally agree.
All right. We've recorded that for posterity, so okay, good. We just want to
Rick
make sure
rolled
we had
game
that on the
1.
record.
I liked game 1, so Rick, you are welcome to roll again for us. if you'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really had a contrast in kind of what the seed threw at you in Game 1 versus Game 2. Game 2 was a poverty seed straight up, and keys were an issue, and just rupees and resources were an issue. Game 1 wasn't so much.
Yeah.
Game 1 was
I know,
free. You
Andy,
got red ring.
how much did you do counting for like bomb drops and everything? Because I don't ever do that. I'm not a counter. Because obviously you are the pro vanilla player.
Not quite pro, but I try to do it when I see myself running low on bomb. It's worth the while. If you can,
Something I need
if
to
you
get
can
better at.
Dwindle it, yeah. I mean, it's annoying when you build up a 9 count and then you get hit by something dumb. And then... No, Mrs. Malchior can't roll game 3 either because she rolled ours, mine, and Rando seed, and that was rude. Seed as well, Malchior.
Oh, there we go. Bogey says since he won SGL, he gets to roll our final 3.
Love it. I'm all
Yeah.
for it.
No, Bogey. No. Bogey's not allowed either. He wants to try to pay me back for the seed I rolled him in sock that was like a 2.5 hour seed.
Well, I haven't slighted Bogey at all. I see this as a pretty good deal.
Well, all the details about who's actually going to roll this seed will be worked out between now and Sunday. But my gosh, this was fun to watch, both matches tonight. So thank you both for really putting on a fun show.
No
thanks
problem.
thanks to you all, barbecue.gov and Druis and Smilefires and this match and Furon and Moonrisen and oh my gosh, I'm losing track of who the tracker was last time. Who tracked the first race?
Oh no, my brain just shut off. I'll have to go look it up.
Gambit Dragon. Thank you
Oh,
all.
Gambit. Yes.
Yeah, thank you to all those people that just listed as well. Appreciate you guys taking your time out to do all that. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for hosting it, and Melchior for running the tournament. It's been a lot of fun. For sure. And we're going all the way to game 3, everybody. That is wonderful.
Absolutely. Game 3 will be for all the marbles. Are we giving away marbles? I don't know what the prize is for winning. But Game 3 will be for the title. That'll be later this week. So the time and place will be announced shortly. But we can't wait. Games 1 and 2 were fantastic. And we are very much looking forward to seeing what Game 3 has in store.
Yes, and once again, Andy, GG's. I look forward to smack talking with you for the next 4 days.
Yeah, likewise. It's going to be a lot of fun. GG, Jess. It's a win for next gen, that's for sure.
Woot!
Absolutely. Smack talk is encouraged, so you guys go right ahead. Well, you guys have to be tired, so get some rest, drink your Gatorade, whatever it is you need to do, and we will see you both for Game 3.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Thanks all.
You too. Well, Drew, any final thoughts? I mean, that was a heck of a race.
It was a heck of a race. It was really anybody's race. Kind of went back and forth where Andy was ahead, Jess was ahead. It was even, but a lot of fun. It was really, really fun to see it come down to 9. That's kind of the way you want it to always go, is to come down to 9. So I don't think we could have asked for a better race.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw a little bit of everything tonight in both races. I mean, we had a fairly open seed, we had a poverty seed, we had a reasonably manageable 9, we had a pain in the rear 9. So it's a really good showcase of all the things that Rando can throw at our runners and how our runners can handle it. So can't wait for Game 3. It's going to be great.
Same here. I'll definitely be there watching or calming. We'll see. I'll be there either way. It'll be a lot of fun.
Same here. Can't wait. So thanks to you for doing comms. This was a ton of fun. And thanks to Malkier for kind of covering for you at the beginning. I know you were en route. And thanks to Smilefires in the background for doing our tracking. I did a great job.
Yep. Thanks to you as well, and to our runners and to Smilefires for the tracking. It was a good time. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. So on behalf of all of us, thanks for joining us for games 1 and 2 of the Rookie Rumble Finals. We will see you all for Game 3 coming up in a matter of a few days. So have a great night. We'll see you then.
See you then.